better way to NBA, all playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
From previous games, and it didn't take defensive coordinator Elston Turner long to find a clip of something he wanted to emphasize to the rest of the team, as TJ Shannon told us on the tip-off show earlier.
Go look at the game, and at 11:55, at the beginning of the game, and look at his defensive stance at half court, and that'll tell you about how the game went.
TJ was answering a question about how Anthony Edwards helped set the tone for a defensive gem that the Wolves produced in Game 3. It's a clip that Elston Turner showed the entire team just 5 seconds in. Ant dialed in, focused, and picking up his man at midcourt. The Wolves defense held OKC to 14 first quarter points, just 41 at the half, and by the time it was all said and done, Minnesota had themselves a 42-point victory, second largest in franchise history. But the night all started at the defensive end with a defensive effort from Anthony Edwards right from the opening tip, according to head coach Chris Finch.
I thought he was outstanding there. I thought it was his aggression and attention to detail on the game plan and being able to, kind of turn a few early opportunities from defense into quick offense, which we haven't done much of this series. That kind of set the tone for the entire game. His offensive rhythm came alive in Game 2, and as we've seen through these series as they grow, once Ant kind of figures out some things that he can do or works for him, he gets really good and comfortable. But I was really pleased with his defense, as all of our guys' defensive efforts, and it was a little bit more on point than it had been.
Head coach Chris Finch, he watched everything Anthony Edwards do in Game 3, impact the game, dictate the action. And Ant said post-game everything stems from one simple thing.
The adjustments is really not the biggest thing. It's about just bringing energy with a team like this. OKC play with a ton of energy, no matter what. First through the fourth quarter. So just trying to exceed their energy or match it at least. That was the most important thing today, and I think we did that.
Anthony Edwards post-game in Game 3. The Wolves win it by 42 points to make this a series. OKC up 2-1. And as we bring in Jim Peterson, analyst extraordinaire, the effort was everywhere on the floor. It was even in the crowd. Yeah. And I think we brought it on the radio broadcast as well.
We did.
But that really translated to their defense, which was at another level than we've seen in the first 2 games.
Some adjustments defensively in the pickup points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They still pressured the other guys, and I think that obviously with Jalen Williams, he's been a problem too. Physicality was in Minnesota's favor. The 50-50 balls, that's how you know you're really on point and ready to go, Alan, when you get the 50-50 challenge. But they got to bring that same kind of energy here, because as Ant said in his soundbite, OKC brings it every night, so they got to match their energy.
And as good as everything was in Game 3, the Wolves still have 3 more wins to go. And 3 more wins to become the 7th team in conference finals history to come back from an 0-2 deficit. Tonight, another step in securing that 7th win all time in conference finals history, trying to even this best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece. Can the Wolves duplicate what they did in Game 3? How will the Thunder respond here tonight? A fascinating matchup for Game 4. Starting lineups, keys to the game, the injury report, the opening tip. That's all ahead, but we tip off tonight's festivities with our national anthem here from Target Center.
Jackson and Rod Stewart. Please welcome Minnesota's own Kenny Holman.
destroying that national anthem here on Memorial Day. What a performance.
Yeah, wow.
Getting you revved up and ready to go here for Game 4. Timberwolves and Thunder OKC up in the series 2-1. Starting lineups tonight look like this. Mark Daigneault, in his 5th year as head coach, has used one starting lineup in the postseason, 14 games, and he'll use it for a 15th straight game here tonight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the league's MVP, announced last week, averaging 28 points and 8 assists per game in this series, but Shai coming off a Game 3 in which he scored just 14 points, his lowest output in 90 games this season. Regular season and postseason combined, he shot just 4 of 13, 4 turnovers, a minus 32 in his 28 minutes on the floor. Lou Dort joins him in the backcourt, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal per game. First team all-defense this past season. Jalen Williams in his 3rd year out of Santa Clara, averaging 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. He's second team all-defense for this OKC defense, which was number 1 in the regular season. Chet Holmgren had a quiet game number 3, 10 points, 5 rebounds, just 3 of 7 shooting. He is now in his 2nd season out of Gonzaga. Isaiah Hartenstein will get the start at the center spot. He didn't start the second half of Game 3, but he's back in the starting lineup tonight. 7th year out of Germany, averaging 8.6 rebounds in this series. So it's Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort in the backcourt with Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein rounding out the starting 5. Thunder trying to bounce back from a 42-point setback in Game 3. SGA talked about the loss.
We just turned the ball over early. They had offensive rebounds early, a free throw blocked out I missed, and then I was offensive rebound. Just energy plays and little plays, loose balls, stuff like that adds up, especially early in the game. And then they're at home, their crowd's behind it, and then they get comfortable. They're up 15 and they're open and they're making shots, and now it's 22. It's all a trickle effect, but it starts with just playing with energy and being focused, and we didn't have that tonight.
SGA breaking it down awfully nicely there after the Thunder lose for the 3rd time on the road in the postseason. They're 3-3 away from Paycom Center. They're 7-1 in the postseason at home. Speaking of being at home, the Wolves are 18-5 in their last 23 home games from the regular season right into the postseason. And head coach Chris Finch, just like Mark Daigneault, sticking with his same starting 5.
Hey, this is head coach Chris Finch, and here's our starting lineup for tonight. At guard,
Mike Conley, Ohio State.
Paint to Conley in the corner, catch and shoot. 3 is good! Mike Conley picks a fine time. First, 3rd 3 of the night.
At guard,
Anthony Edwards, University of Georgia.
It's Watson, he'll pull up, D2 on the way. He hits it! He's him! Anthony Edwards!
at forward,
Jay McDaniels, University of Washington.
Here's Jaden, he'll take a run to the bucket. His layup is good, and he got fouled! I don't believe it!
at forward,
Julius Randle, Kentucky.
Spin move in the lane, no look inside. Julius with a 2-handed flush. Oh, the Wolves bench is beside themselves.
at center,
Rudy Gobert, Saint-Quentin, France.
Rudy with an offensive rebound. He goes baseline. Oh, reverse slam. He packs it through. Fantastic finish by Rudy Gobert. The starting lineup for the Timberwolves with Conley, Edwards, McDaniels, Randle, and Gobert. Now in the postseason, in 13 games, they have a 119 offensive rating, a 99 defensive rating, a plus 20 net rating. They were really good in Game 3. They played 13 minutes together, outscored the Thunder by 11 points over that stretch. And a big reason why was not only Anthony Edwards, but Julius Randle with a huge bounce-back game. He didn't play in the 4th quarter of Game 2. He and Chris Finch had a sit-down after shoot-around before Game 3, and that paid dividends.
He knows who I am. I know who he is. Me as a competitor, obviously, I want to play and do anything I can to help our team win. And I know he trusts me to do that. And I also know I trust him to do what's best for the team at all times. I know he doesn't have any ill intent. Obviously, I want to play, but for me, it's about the bounce back. How you come back the next game. And I just wanted to come out aggressive. It's not really that they did anything different or myself. I just wanted to be aggressive and try to do that throughout all the game.
Julius Randle in 30 minutes had 24 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He was a plus 38 in his 30 minutes. Nobody had a better plus-minus than Julius Randle, and I thought Julius, while not scoring 30 or 35 or 40, I thought he had an incredible game in Game 3.
We talked about what his contributions were early on. He and Ant got Minnesota off to a great start. Ant was obviously playing defense and scoring, had 16 in the first quarter, but Julius, with it, he brought it in the first quarter, and then playmaking as well. So key for Minnesota to get off to a great start here again tonight.
Another key tonight, turnovers. Wolves and Thunder have now matched up 7 times, regular season and postseason. In the 4 losses for the Wolves, they've averaged 18 turnovers. Thunder have turned those into 26 points. In the 3 wins, the Wolves are only averaging 11 turnovers, and those are being turned into 13 Oklahoma City points. That's a big differential, 26 points versus 13.
Yeah.
And we saw in Game 3, the Wolves take wonderful care of the basketball.
Yeah, it's just so key. And, you know, Mike Conley's minutes have been so important, too, because Mike's done a great job of taking care of the basketball. And when he's been on the floor, Minnesota's been really solid. The bench has got to be great again tonight, too. Nas was so fantastic. And I'm looking forward to seeing Terrence Shannon Jr. get a few minutes here off the bench as well.
Chris Finch did say he'd be playing more as we move forward in this series. The opening tip of Game 4 is won by the Timberwolves. Boy, Lou Dort is all over Anthony Edwards. He's got a fistful of his jersey. Rudy sets a nasty screen, freeing off Dort down the lane. Rudy went up for the dunk, didn't get it. It's off the back iron. Here's Shea on the push. Banged by Conley. Out to Jalen Williams, right side. 3 on the way. It's good. 3-0. OKC on top. I'm stunned. No foul early. I think this tells me a lot about how this game's going to go. You can see Ant's jersey coming off of him is being pulled so hard. Randall with it, left side, stop and pop, pull up, 15-footer is good, and it's 3-2. OKC on top.
ISO'd that time with Shea on him. He just spins to his left that time and knocks it down.
Dort initiates, bringing it up across the timeline. Left side, Jalen Williams off the Hartenstein screen, pulls up 17-footer. That's good. Nobody's missed so far. 5-2, Oklahoma City on top. We played just over a minute. Mike will feed it left side. Here's Jaden at the hash mark. Now works to the middle of the floor. Spins on Holmgren, steps back on a 15-footer, and he hits. 5-4, OKC on top by 1. Timberwolves are in the Icon Blues. It's their best uniform this season. 12-5 in the regular season, a perfect 4-0 in the postseason. Jalen Williams, off-balance runner, way long off glass, and the rebound goes out of bounds. That's Timberwolves basketball.
Great contest that time on the switch by Jaden. Rudy Gobert still talking to James Williams about the first dunk attempt that he felt he got fouled on.
Zach Zarba, James Williams, Bill Kennedy. 3-man crew. Here's Mike up top off for Rudy. Screen's going to pop on a straightaway. Gray in and out. No. Rebound to Hartenstein. Mike just 4 of 16 on his threes here in this series. SGA, here's the booze. He's got it right wing against McDaniels. Off a Hartenstein screen. Switched on to Gobert. Pulls him out to the perimeter. He'll set up and pull the trigger on a 3. It's off the back iron. No. Holmgren's got the rebound. Couple of dribbles, takes a run to the rim, and banks it in for 2. 7-4, OKC leads by 3. 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter.
Holmgren just went up and over the top of Ant that time and snatched it down with 2 hands.
Randall pressured left side, runs away from that. Spins top of the key, lost it, got it back. Now runs into a double again. Lost his dribble, knocked away. It's out of bounds. It'll stay Timberwolves basketball, but that's not a recipe for success, having Julius handling that much all over the floor.
You start turning your back, as we've talked about this entire series, you start turning your back and dribbling and backing somebody down without vision on the floor. You're just asking for double and triple teams to come get the ball stolen.
Boy, Dort again had a fistful of Ant's jersey right in the back. Right off the inbound, Mike's got it. He'll fire a left wing 3. This time he connects. 1 for 2 from long range. Mike Conley has tied the game at 7. Here's Chet on the run against Randall. Bangs with him down the right side of the lane. Jump hook, no. Hartenstein kept the rebound alive. Here's Holmgren. Back inside to Hartenstein. Out to SGA. Now up top, Williams. Extra pass, Dort. Left side. The 3 ball's offline. Great contest by Conley. Hartenstein with an offensive rebound. Here's Jalen Williams. Left side, Dort. Up fakes against McDaniels. Into the paint. Stops, leads. And he got clobbered by Jaden McDaniels.
So much activity on this possession. Minnesota couldn't get a rebound. Long rebounds on those jump shots by OKC. Rudy Gobert got raced on the first one. The second one just was in no man's land for anybody in a blue jersey. Lou Dort then drives the seam, gets to the nail, gives Jaden a pump fake. He bites on it, and now he got to the free throw line shooting 2. The activity level in this game is incredible, and the physicality as well.
1 out of 2 at the free throw line for Dort in this series. He knocks down the first here. That makes him 2 out of 3. Yeah, the energy, the effort. You know, through the first 3 games, we really haven't had a close contest. It feels like we're building towards that.
Yeah, this is going to be the game, probably.
Dort misses the second free throw. Jaden McDaniels has the rebound.
I mean, it's been a heavyweight match so far. A lot of haymakers being thrown, but this one looks like we're going to settle in, and Julius is going to be called for a foul, setting a screen for Anton Dort at the timeline.
Just inside of midcourt. Yep, he didn't get there in time. He picked off Dort. It will be a turnover on Minnesota.
You know, I don't mind some hard fouls. In fact, I'm all for it from Minnesota's perspective.
Julius commits his third offensive foul in this series. He did lead the team in that category. He was third in the NBA. Wolves force a turnover. Ant with the steal. He'll feed Jaden up ahead to the rim. He'll jam it right on Chet Holmgren. Emphatic finish.
That's going to be a foul on Holmgren, too.
They called the foul. It's going to be an and one.
Yes.
James Williams makes the call. What a finish.
I mean, Ant threw the pocket pass right through traffic that was right on time for Jaden to catch it. All in one fell swoop and throw it down with two hands. Chet all over the arms trying to contest. It's a great call by James Williams.
Got him up around the head, too.
I mean, that's a big-time foul. He didn't get any basketball. He got all arms and shoulders.
Jaden strokes the free throw, and the Wolves have their first lead of the night. They're up 10-8. Boy, the energy is through the roof here in Game 4. Shea right wing. Jalen Williams catch and shoot three. He buries that.
He's locked in, isn't he?
Boy, 3 of 4 shooting, 2 of 2 from distance. Williams did not play well, along with a whole other bunch of Thunder players in Game 3. Jaden on the attack against Holmgren. Gets out to the left wing, lobs it back out to Randall. 10 to shoot against Lou Dort. Randall with a right-handed dribble, spins. Now with the left hand, top of the key. 5 to shoot. Spins to the elbow, kicks out to Conley, rushes the three in the corner. It's off rim, no. Dort with the rebound.
Julius just gave Mike a hand grenade that time in the corner.
Shea crosses over on Conley, top of the key. Lost the handle, it comes out to Dort. SGA gets it back. Just 14 points in Game 3. Sets up Dort for a high arcing long three. No, he missed it long. Rebound out of bounds. And James Williams says it's off Jaden McDaniels, who was battling with Chet Holmgren for that rebound. 4 gone, 8 left to play. Opening quarter, OKC 11, Minnesota 10. Thunder in their association white jerseys, tops and bottoms with the orange and blue trim. They got Oklahoma City across the front of their chests. Timberwolves have Minnesota across the icon midnight navies. Here's Jalen Williams, curls off the inbound, down the lane, back to Isaiah Hartenstein, who got stripped. The ball's loose on the floor. Ant dies for it. He's got it off to Rudy. Now Jaden with a touch on the hit ahead to Randall. He'll sidestep to his right, fire on the three, missed it long. Rudy offensive rebound, back out to Mike. Here's Ant with a touch, back to Mike left side. Extra pass, Jaden wide open on the three. In and out, back in off the glass. Jaden will take it. Timberwolves will take the 2-point lead. 13-11 the count. SGA one-on-one against McDaniels. What a spin move. Under the basket, kick out Dort, right side three on the way is good. Dort's got one of the highest arcing three-point shots in the league, and that thing brought down the rain.
And Mike was right there in his face that time, getting a great contest on. That quiets the crowd here.
Thunder by 1. Floater for Mike. It's up off the rim. No, Rudy with an offensive rebound and the putback. How about that? Isaiah Hartenstein got cleared out, ended up on the deck inside. Thunder wanted a foul, but Zarba, Williams, and Kennedy neglected to call it. Here's SGA with it against Randall. Fades on an 18-footer. It's off back iron, front rim, back iron, and it drops in. Yeah, just toying with this crowd.
Certainly was.
The emotions. Ooh, Rudy and Isaiah Hartenstein throwing arms. Here's Rudy, sets the screen, and on the attack, in the lane, kicks out, Jaden's open in the corner. He lines it up, missed it long. Rudy attacks the rebound, but Holmgren controls. Now Jalen Williams with it. He's 1-on-2 here. He'll flare out to the right wing, and the Oklahoma City Thunder will set up shop right to left across your radio. SGA with it up top, 10 on the shot clock, off the Hartenstein screen, attacks Rudy, shoves off on him, layup good. Just lowered the shoulder enough, even though Shea is not bigger or stronger than Rudy. He had the leverage on that play and created just enough separation. 18-15, OKC by 3. 6:10 left to go here, opening quarter. Randall on the run into the paint to the corner. It's deflected and turned over. Jaden and Ant were both over there and pinballed off a couple of them and ended up in the hands of Lou Dort. Here's Hartenstein. Looking to facilitate. He averaged 4 assists a game in the regular season. He does not have an assist in this series. Across the lane, Jalen Williams out to Chet Holmgren, attacks with left-handed dribble. Went up for the dunk and got it rejected by Rudy Gobert. He brought it back to the right hand. That was a big mistake. Back the other way. Jaden on the attack. It circles the drain and drops. Timberwolves to within one, 18-17 with 5.5 to go here in the opening quarter. An electric start to Game 4. 5:38 left to play. 18-17 Thunder. We step aside on the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network.
As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management service to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information today. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Rated A+, superior by AM Best Company.
Hey Wolves fans, it's Rosie from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, your home comfort MVPs since 1930. Just like the Timberwolves bring the heat on the court, we keep your home in perfect condition all year long. We're proud to sponsor the Timberwolves this season. Let's go Wolves! Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Call or visit standardheating.com since 1930.
Hey Timberwolves fans, ready to score big with Wolves gear without breaking the bank? Let me introduce you to Sezzle and the Pay in 4 program. With Sezzle, you can split your payments into 4 easy, interest-free installments on all your Wolves purchases. From jerseys and hoodies to courtside seats, Sezzle has got you covered. Wherever you shop, however you rep the Wolves. Download the Sezzle app and get started today. Sezzle, the official jersey patch sponsor of the Timberwolves. Subject to approval, see terms and conditions at Sezzle.com.
This live. Nice to know you. Performing the album. Morning View in its entirety, plus the hits. Saturday, July 5th. The Treasure Island Amphitheater. With special guest Manchester Orchestra. On sale now at TICasino.com. Don't miss Incubus performing Morning View in its entirety, plus the hits.
The Thunder lead the Timberwolves. We're past the midway point of the opening quarter with 5:38 left to play. Jaden McDaniels, 10 points, ties a career high for a postseason quarter. He's off to a monster start. 4 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 2 from deep. He talked about, that Game 3 win and how good that felt to get back in this series.
Yeah, I would say that game was like a desperate game. Like you see everyone was like on the edge a little bit, and then I'll say we did a good job getting second chance points and just holding them to one shot.
Do you feel the same feeling going into Game 4?
I feel like, kind of feels like the same day, the same everything, so hopefully you get the same outcome.
Jaden McDaniels, and I get the sense if this was a boxing match that we're already into the late rounds. Back in the days when I went 15, I feel like we're in round 10, and both teams realize that the series might hinge on tonight's game.
Well, it certainly will, because it's either going to be 3-1 or 2-2. And we know the difference is huge. And, if OKC's up 3-1 going back to OKC, I mean, it's just a difficult thing to climb back, especially against a team that's this talented, this put together, the way that they play so hard. So this is a pivotal game for Minnesota for sure. Game 4 always is.
Yeah, if you're down 3-1 in a series.
Yeah.
74% of the time, that team wins the series. Jalen Williams out of the timeout, left of the lane, able to run it up with a left-handed hit off the glass. While Jaden McDaniels is doing damage for the Wolves, Jalen Williams, he's got 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting. He's matched what Jaden McDaniels has done. Here is Jaden, right wing, with Dante into the game for the first time, along with Nasri. And dancing off the McDaniels screen is not shot yet, drives in, runs into Caruso, lost the ball. It's loose.
That's a
Dort
foul.
just dribbled right into McDaniels, and it is a late whistle and a foul. It took a while to hear the whistle, but Zach Zarba makes the call. The ball popped out to McDaniels, and Dort just submarined him right at his ankles.
Just rolled into his legs that time. Ant got kind of taken out by Caruso, too. I thought Caruso fouled Ant as he was trying to get the pass out to the perimeter. This refereeing group does not get any better than this. Zach Zarba, the crew chief, James Williams, Bill Kennedy. Bill Kennedy being
feeds Williams on the move. Jalen will move out to the left wing, poked away from behind by Nas. It's out of bounds. It'll stay Oklahoma City basketball.
Julius has to have more of a 0.5 mentality. He's been over-dribbling a little bit here in the first quarter. You got to get rid of the basketball. You either got to drive it, straight line. Is Chris Finch going to challenge this call?
He might. Timeout has been called. No indication. Yep, there it is from Zach Zarba. So the Wolves will challenge this ball out of bounds. And they better be right. 4:23 left to go in the opening quarter. Thunder lead it by 5. It's 22-17. We step aside on the Minnesota Timberwolves Radio Network.
Oklahoma City Looking for a next level way to bring your crew together? A Minnesota Lynx game is the perfect spot for your group. Whether it's a workouting, youth team night, birthday bash, or celebration, groups get discounted tickets, block seating, and a shout out on the big screen, plus access to exclusive fan experiences like high-fiving the team, watching warm-ups, or even playing on the Lynx court. Don't just watch the action, be part of it. Lock in your group now at lynxbasketball.com/groups and make memories that last way past the final buzzer.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits.
Anything possible.
The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV begin June 5th on ABC.
Well, we're off to an electric start in this Game 4, and it was electric yesterday evening in Indiana as the Pacers hosted the Knicks for Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Pacers once again got out to a hot start. They did balloon their lead as large as 20 in the second quarter, but like they've done throughout this postseason, the New York Knicks came storming back. Karl Anthony Towns, the hero in the fourth, 20 points, 8 boards in that final frame, and the Knicks capture an improbable 106-100 rally from behind victory. Third time this postseason, the Knicks have erased a 20-plus point deficit to eventually win the game. Their head coach, Tom Thibodeau, spoke afterward about how they were only focused on winning that game and that no lead is safe in the NBA playoffs.
In playoff basketball, no lead is safe because I think with the three-point shot, people make up ground quickly, pace of the game, make up ground quickly. So you see comebacks all the time, and if you let up just a little bit, that's what happens. And so you got to win games different ways. Obviously, you prefer to play from a lead, but whatever it is that you have to do, that's what you have to do to get the win in the end. And going into the game, we talked about you don't play the series, you play the game. Just focus in on what it takes to win tonight's game. That's all we're thinking about.
So the Knicks, much like the Timberwolves on Saturday, climb back into the series with the victory. They now trail 2-1, Game 4 tomorrow in Indy. Back to Alan and Jim.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. 4:23 left to go, opening quarter. We're Thunder by 5. The Wolves have won their challenge. That ball was clearly off of Jalen Williams. It had to be the right call for the Wolves to challenge it. They did. They're successful. They have one remaining, and they are charged the timeout because it was their media timeout. Before we get back to action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all across the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network. Along with Jim Peterson, I'm Alan Horton from our radio perch here in Section 132 of the Lower Bowl. Our studio host and executive producer is Cal Soderquist. Our engineer, Mike Weber. Our statisticians are Super Dave Hanlon and Mike Greenbaum. Our studio coordinators are Alex Leibolt and Ben Haney. Glad you're along with us on our flagship 100.3 FM, KFAN The Fan, iHeartRadio app, Timberwolves mobile app, Sirius XM, NBA Radio Channel 86, and all across the vast and ever-expanding Timberwolves radio network. Dante got airborne and turned it over at the free throw line. It's another Wolves turnover, their 5th of the game. Julius has 3 of those 5 turnovers. SGA against Dante up top. Dante likes the matchup, gets to the elbow, spins back to the middle. Now fakes going back to his right, fades on the 16-footer and hits it. It's now a 10-2 Oklahoma City run. They were down by 1 3 minutes ago. Now they lead by 7. 24-17, Nas to the corner, Dante in front of the Thunder bench. Free throw line extended is Julius Randle against Jalen Williams. Up top, Nas straight away on the 3, and Nas connects. Nas knocked down 2 of 3 from deep, and they needed that last game because Nas was 0 for 12 from deep over his first 2 games. Now he's 3 for his last 4. Wing right, J-Dub will pull up on a 3 and stroke that. He's in some kind of rhythm right now. 5 of 6 shooting, 3 of 3 from deep. He's got 13. Dante with it, wing right, guarded by Shea. He'll turn fire off the 3. That's going to be offline.
I hate that shot attempt. I mean, it didn't make him work for it at all. He just came and fired. There's no one on the glass. I don't think anybody's even ready for that.
Dante was so selective in game 3. It was just 2 of 2 shooting, but knocked down both of them. Jalen Williams finally misses a 3. Rebound tapped out to midcourt. That's out of bounds and awarded to Minnesota. 27-20 with under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
that's a deep 3-2.
Just make them work a little bit. I mean, just to come down and fire a 3-point shot like that when Minnesota was barely even over the timeline.
I misspoke earlier. When you're down 3-1 in an NBA series, the team up 3-1 wins 96% of the time. 283 and 13 all time. And in conference finals history, 44 and 3. So you can't afford to fall, just like you can't afford to fall behind 3-0. Wolves are almost in the same predicament here tonight. Nas run off the 3-point line. He'll drive and kick. Dante steps into that 3.
That's what I'm talking
a much
about.
better shot selection.
Absolutely.
Dante tickles the twine. It's a 4-point game.
Change sides of the floor that time. Dante in a rhythm and a catch and shoot. Much better shot.
Shea off the high screen by Kenrich Williams. Drops it around his back. Williams to the elbow. He'll pull up on the line. Drive shot. Again. Kenrich Williams played sparingly in the last 2 series, but he has been a regular coming off the bench for Mark Daigneault. Nikhil fires a right wing 3 and hits. So Nas, Dante, and now Nikhil have all gotten in the act, and the Wolves are within 3 with 2 to go here in the opening quarter.
I mean, OKC's made 8 of their last 10 shots. Minnesota's trying to keep pace here. You got to get some stops.
Gilgeous Alexander has hit 4 of 5 from the floor. He's got 8 points. He's got Rudy on him. He steps back straight away on the triple and hits.
He's just going to take the 3. If they're going to give it to him, Rudy in a switch that time was so far off of him. Just a spot shot for SGA at the top of the circle.
When SGA shoots a step back 3 in the postseason, he's shooting 42%. He's shooting just 15% on all other 3s.
Rudy Gobert is going to be called for a foul here. Dante kind of ran out of real estate, threw it up to Rudy to try to save the possession that time, and leave it up to Cason Wallace to be in between Dante and Rudy Gobert to get in there to almost get the steal. Rudy had to elbow him in the neck and head area to get the possession, but they called the foul instead.
6 turnovers on Minnesota here in the opening quarter. It's exactly how many times they turned OKC over in game 1. Whistle and a foul. It goes against the Wolves as Shea got fouled on the perimeter. And that is going to result in free throws. SGA, he drew 12 fouls in game 1. He drew 9 in game 2. He only drew 2 in game 3, and this is his first here tonight.
Can I tell you something? I mean, I think Chris Finch would have challenged that had he not already challenged the out-of-bounds call on Jalen Williams, because Dante didn't foul SGA at all. Just looking at the replay there, I mean, he kind of went under his arm that time. I feel like Chris Finch was talking to, who was it? It was Zach Zarba right there. He was really upset about the call.
Well, you put yourself in a hole, too, when you've already committed 14 fouls, and you have no margin for error. And that's where SGA just feasts, and he knocks down a pair of free throws here. He's already got 13 points, so he has another double-digit quarter against the Timberwolves. He's done that now 11 times in 28 quarters against the Wolves this season, regular season and postseason. And pressured wing left, up top to Knox. Caruso's all over him. Right wing DiVincenzo around his back, trying to free himself. Turns the corner down the lane, runs it up with the right hand, and hits in traffic. That's a tough 2 for Dante DiVincenzo.
Certainly was. My goodness, the defensive pressure that OK is bringing is unbelievable. It's relentless from all 5 players.
SGA with it up top against his cousin, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Top of the key, now left elbow. SGA cross court, right side, catch and shoot for Cason Wallace. No, he missed that one badly, but Hartenstein with another offensive rebound. Out to Isaiah Joe, left wing 3, and the Thunder cash in on the dagger 3 off the offensive rebound. 9-point OKC lead. They scored 14 points in the first quarter of game 3. They've got 37 here tonight. Ant with a drive, he got fouled and gets the finish. He'll go to the free throw line for an and 1.
First shot attempt of the game for Anthony Edwards ends up in an and 1 opportunity. Left-hand drive that time on the handoff. They flipped it to Ant, going to his left that time, and takes him right to the rack.
Ant's averaging 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists per game in this series. He's only shooting 68% at the free throw line in this series, and he misses this one. Rebound goes out of bounds. It's awarded to OKC with 34 seconds left. So the Thunder bring it up. They've got 37 points. They've shot 64%. They've hit 6 of 11 from deep, and they've only turned it over 3 times. The Wolves zone up 2-3. Caruso, corner 3, no. Rebound tapped up by Nas. It almost went in. Rebound loose, scooped up by Cason Wallace. Back out to SGA, left of the lane, out to Hartenstein in the corner. Now Wallace at the angle, Ant's mugging him. Forces a kick out pass to Hartenstein. Isaiah Joe pulls up off the dribble, and the Wolves collect the rebound. Shot never had a chance. And on the move with 5 seconds left. Lost it, got it back, and gets called for a carry.
Yeah.
7 turnovers on the Timberwolves here in this first quarter.
3 seconds on the clock here, too. They can make something happen. Dagnall's going to get Chet Holmgren into the game. Take Hartenstein out, give them another perimeter jump shooter. Should Chet Holmgren be open, they're going to bring J-Dub back as well.
Keel's guarding Shea at the free throw line, so 3-quarter court. Now J-Dub is going to come up and set a screen to try to free up SGA. They want to get him on the move. Wolves have 3 players all the way in the front court, only 2-on-2 in the back court.
Do not let SGA catch it if you can.
J-Dub fell down, I think, trying to draw the foul call. He rushes a 3, and it just comes up way short, 20 feet short. Terrific defense by Minnesota. I think he went down there trying to draw some kind of a whistle.
Yeah.
Nobody was buying that, J-Dub. OKC with a strong opening 12 minutes. 37 points they put up. Again, the first quarter of game 1, of game 3, just 14 points. Thunder by 7 as we go to the second on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
When it comes to watching the game, it's always nice to sit and savor a delicious snack. And Jack Link's protein snacks always hits the shot. Jack Link's beef jerky is made with 100% beef that's simply seasoned and hardwood smoked to deliver a mouth-watering, flavorful, good source of protein, convenient snack. Jack Link's, the official protein snack of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
37-30, OKC leads Minnesota here in Game 4. They're up 2-1. And one thing Mark Dagnall wanted to see in tonight's game from his squad, a fast start in the first quarter.
I mean, all 48 minutes matter, so we want to start fast, punch first every night. Some nights you do, some nights you don't, but if you get off to a good start, you still got to play the 48. If you don't get off to a good start, you still got to play the 48. Minnesota did that the other night. That's obviously why they won the way they did, but for our purposes, we're trying to be the better team for 48 minutes tonight. That's our focus.
Well, they came out and they punched first in that opening quarter, 37 points. 63% shooting, 5 of 10, actually 56% shooting, and 6 of 14 from beyond the arc. They were really good in that opening frame.
Well, so was Minnesota. I mean, they shot the basketball so well, 12 of 19. But the Sixers, that's just as you're talking about, both teams coming out on fire here. You're losing the possession battle, though. You gave up way too many offensive rebounds. The 50-50 ball challenge has gone in OKC's favor. Minnesota's got to rectify that situation. How about Terrence Shannon Jr. getting the start here at the top of the second quarter?
This is his time. He had 15 points in 13 minutes in Game 3. And you mentioned that possession game. OKC, despite not shooting as well as Minnesota, has taken 6 more shots. That's because they're +3 on the offensive glass and +4 in turnovers after 12 minutes. Isaiah Joe into the paint, hangs and kicks out. Caruso, right side 3. That's off the back iron. No. TJ Shannon with the rebound. Wolves begin the second quarter with Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, TJ Shannon, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid. Mike probes right side, throws it away up top. Jumping the pass was Jalen Williams. He will very carefully get himself into the paint and softly dunk it through for 2. J-Dub has 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting to start this game.
Another turnover. Minnesota had 8 turnovers through last 3 quarters as Naz gets one to go here on a reverse layup that time. They've got 8 turnovers already.
J-Dub off the screen by Caruso, pops on an angle 3. Missed that one. He's 3 of 6 from distance. Timberwolves have the rebound. They trail by 7. They've been down by as many as 9. Nickeil, a drive, lost it out of bounds. They say it'll be Timberwolves basketball. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter, down 7.
You can't just reverse the basketball if you're Mike Conley. I'm really shocked he made that turnover because he came off that action, pivoted, tried to reverse it over to Julius, and it's such an easy play because you know what they're going to do, what they want to do. Just stepped into the passing lane and picked it off.
Zach Zarba is intervening between Randle and Caruso. They are slapping each other's hands, trying to get
Caruso's
free of
following him.
Inbound to TJ Shannon, wing left. Left to the top of the key. Here's Randle against Caruso. Right-handed dribble. Julius bangs away. He's got a defender digging down from behind. It's Holmgren. Kick out to the corner. TJ's got to force up a 3, and he missed it. And a loose ball foul against Randle, battling for that rebound.
I just don't think you could let Caruso grab and hold in a dead ball situation, trying to inbound the basketball, preventing Julius from freedom of movement.
Little shove in the back by Randle, but on Caruso, but Caruso was nowhere near where the ball went. Here's Holmgren, left angle, passed on the 3, drives in and jams it with authority with the right hand.
Minnesota's zone has not been effective at all. I mean, that was just too easy.
Nickeil up into the front court. Thunder lead by 9 here. TJ Shannon, wing right, guarded by Holmgren. Brings it up top on the dribble, handoff to Julius Randle. Out to the right side, Nickeil turns, fire on the 3 and stroke it, his second of the night. Nickeil Alexander-Walker starting to heat up from downtown. He's now 9 for 19 in this series. Just under 50%. Here's J-Dub, goes to work on Mike hitting the lane. Mike's trying to wrap him up and eventually blocks the shot. J-Dub gets it back. He's got it baseline. Goes cross court with 3 to shoot. Here's Wallace. Pump fake. Now the 3. It's offline. Wolves have the rebound. Great box out from TJ Shannon. He shielded off the 7-footer Chet Holmgren. TJ, one thing on his mind, driving in, scoops to the hoop. He got it with the left hand. The rebound at one end, the scoop and the score at the other. Both times going against Chet Holmgren. There's J-Dub, right side to Holmgren, up takes on Randle, dribbles in the paint, lost the ball, scoops back up by Holmgren, he dives to the floor, scoops it up off the glass and got it. What a shot by Chet Holmgren. Here's Randle to the corner and TJ, baseline drive, reverse layup, no, but he got fouled. Free throws coming up for TJ Shannon. See, that's how, with so much pressure, How much do you need to be aggressive like TJ Shannon just was on that play?
Fearless. Yeah. Fearless. He looks like he's been shot out of a cannon. So
you have to make them pay for that aggression, right?
Absolutely. And TJ Shannon is the antidote. They've been calling him TJ Cannon Shannon.
There was a lot going on at the other end of the floor. The battle between Mike Conley and Jalen Williams. Yeah. You could have called maybe 3 defensive fouls. I saw a couple of offensive fouls in there, but Mike just battling.
They brought Mike up into a ball screen to get the switch onto J-Dub that time, and Mike just battled him that entire possession. Even after the shot and he got it back, Mike battled him again.
I mean, Chet got the 2 points. He was nearly on the ground when he scooped that one in. There's just some incredible intensity out on the floor. TJ knocked down the first free throw. The second one is also good. How about 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 minutes of play for TJ Shannon?
And he's the one matching up with J-Dub, too, giving that physicality. Great matchup right there.
Here is J-Dub. Up top, it comes to Isaiah Joe. Hartenstein with a touch right back to Joe. Squirts between 2 defenders and scores it inside, and there's a foul in there. 3-point opportunity to a struggling Isaiah Joe, who's averaging just 3 points a game. He's got a chance to get that here on one single play. Dante got caught flat-footed there, and Joe just squirted right past him. And Isaiah Joe to the free throw line. It's 45-39.
Shooting here for Minnesota's been unreal, 62.5%. I mean, the starters, 8 of 14 for 19 points. Bench, 7 of 10 for 20 points. Productivity from both sides of the ledger there.
Isaiah Joe's free throw is in and out. No, Hartenstein bats the rebound out. Joe has it. Now Wallace with it against Shannon. Drives in, kick out. Kenrich Williams right side 3 is good. The offensive rebounds for OKC and the Wolves' 8 turnovers are killing them right now. 48-39. Mike, pocket pass. Nas down the lane, out to Shannon in the corner. The 3 ball's nothing but net. Nylon for TJ. 48-42.
They're leaving him wide open too. They're making him make shots, and he's been doing it.
Here's J-Dub working against Nas. A lob inside.
What are we doing?
Oh, he saw that a mile away. Hartenstein with the flush. He's 11 of 15 on his lob dunks in the postseason. Here's Nikhil to the corner and TJ Shannon. TJ hesitates, now drives. His pass to the corner deflected by Kenrich Williams, scooped up by Keeson Wallace. Now J-Dub, stripped from behind by Nikhil. Dante has it, lobs it up ahead. Nikhil's got it on the run to the rim with the left hand. He scores it for 2. How about that swing right there? It's a 2-possession game. Wolves turned it over for the 9th time, but they get it right back. J-Dub with it up top. With SGA off the floor, right of the lane, he pulls up for a tough 2. It's off the front rim, though. Hartenstein with another rebound. No, wave it off. A loose ball foul against the 7-footer. Wolves will get it, trailing by 6 with 7:53 left to go in the first half.
Minnesota had gone small with Terrence Shannon at the 4 and Nas at the 5. So Mike Conley's going to exit the game, and Rudy's going to come in for him to get a little more size. Hartenstein has been absolutely dominating. If Nas had to pick up somebody in transition, there was nobody there to guard.
Wolves had 6 players on the floor there. Now they've got Nas coming out. TJ is going to stay on. So Rudy will be the center. TJ will be the 4. Yeah. Nas, Ant will be the 3, and Nikhil and Dante are in the backcourt. Ant will bring it up here. It's been a very quiet first half for Anthony Edwards. He's played 12 minutes all in the opening quarter. He has 2 points, a rebound, and 1 assist. Dante to the corner. TJ Shannon. TJ on the attack, got poked away from behind by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Another turnover, the 10th on the Wolves. Dort pass inside, deflected. Hartenstein had it, lost it. Dante scoops it up. Again, the Wolves counter right back with a turnover of their own. TJ might be hurt. It's 4-on-5 at the offensive end. Now Shannon joins the fray. TJ will hand it off. Here's Nikhil inside. Rudy's got good possession. He goes up and gets fouled. He had Keeson Wallace on him. Good hustle by Rudy to create the mismatch, seal him off, and provide a nice big target. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
They've been doing this all series long. Anytime Rudy is in an isolation situation, he gets the ball down low, they're just going to foul him, make him earn at the line. TJ is a little banged up. Jaden's going to come into the game. He hit the scoring table right now. The left shoulder of Terrence Shannon Jr. looks like it's giving him a hard time.
Rudy's just 2 of 6 at the free throw line in this series.
I think he's going to be okay. He went to Chris Finch and said, I think I'm going to be all right. But that's a smart foul by Casey Wallace.
Yeah, 2 of 7 now at the free throw line. Timberwolves basketball tonight brought to you in part by U.S. Bank. Proud to be the official bank of the Timberwolves. And by Sezzle, a 4-point play in the NBA. That's hard, but splitting your next Wolves purchase into 4 interest-free installments with Sezzle, that's easy. Download the Sezzle app today. Terms and conditions apply. Sezzle, the official jersey patch sponsor of your favorite basketball team. Rudy's second free throw, too strong. It pops out. Kenrich Williams controls the rebound. 50-44. Thunder by 6. 7:15 left to go in the first half. Wolves are 3 of 6 at the free throw line here to start the game. Casey Wallace wide open, looking at a 3 right side, and he drains that.
I mean, we've given up a lot of wide open looks here in this second quarter.
Wallace now 4 of 10 on his threes in this series. He's knocked down 40% of his wide open looks. Rudy with it on the perimeter, beyond the 3-point line, hand off to Ant. Ant on the run, down the lane, got fouled from behind, give it to Lou Dort. And Ant will go to the free throw line for 2 shots when we come back. The under 7-minute break comes with 6:45 left to go in the first half. The Thunder lead the Timberwolves by 9, matching their largest lead of the half. 53-44. You're listening to Minnesota Timberwolves basketball.
Rosie here, plugging you into safety, service, and innovation. Edison Electric has been serving the Minneapolis and St. Paul area since 2007 and specializes in residential service, meaning they help you with all your home's electrical needs. From troubleshooting to panel replacements, they leave your home safer than when they arrived and provide 5-star service every time. Go to calledison.com for upfront pricing on all the residential electrical services in Minneapolis. That's calledison.com.
Hey, Wolves fans, listen up. Step up your shoe game this season with Trade Home Shoes, your Minnesota-based employee-owned retailer. Trade Home Shoes has on-trend footwear for the entire family. Brands like New Balance, Hoka, On, Birkenstock, Rival Shoes, and more. With over a century of experience in 130 locations nationwide, Trade Home Shoes is where generations meet comfort and style. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Chanhassen Dinner Theaters brings you its most popular show of all time, Grease. You'll hear all your favorite hits from the Broadway musical and the movie. Join the whole gang at Rydell High. We'll sing, we'll dance, we'll bring you back to high school life in the 50s. Poodle skirts, bobby socks, the soda shop, and drive-in movies. Grease! It'll rock your socks off. Order your tickets today. Visit chanhassendt.com.
2 bands, 1 night. Bachman Turner Overdrive. The Marshall Tucker Band. Roll on down the Highway 2025 tour. Saturday, July 19th, live at the Treasure Island Amphitheater. With special guest Jefferson Starship. A night of vintage PTO. A night of classic Marshall Tucker Band. Tickets on sale now at TICasino.com.
OKC leads Minnesota by 9 here, midway through the second quarter of play. Second straight game we've seen TJ Shannon come off the bench. And I asked Chris Finch on the tip-off show if TJ provided exactly what he was looking for the other night.
He did. He gave us that and more. We expected he would go in there and really compete, play with force, be a big body, great athlete. He's fearless, so I wasn't worried about any of that. But the productivity was high level, and we couldn't have asked for anything more.
Another good stretch, I thought, for TJ Shannon tonight.
Well, Minnesota's bench has been huge. I mean, they made 5 threes off the bench for the Timberwolves. So Wolves and Terrence Shannon's a part of that, obviously. But I got to tell you, I mean, between J-Dub and Shea, they got combined 28 points. Between Ant and Julius Randle, they've got 4. And that's a really hard reality right here for Minnesota. And the fact that the Wolves have shot 65% from the floor and 54% from 3, and they're down 9, that's very disappointing if you're a fan. It's been a great game, a lot of energy in the building, but Ant's got a chance to rectify some of that right now at the free throw line. He can knock down 2 and cut it to 7.
He's 0 for 1 at the free throw line tonight, but he's got the first of 2 coming here. Jaden and Rudy are up front with Dante and Nikhil in the backcourt. 6:45 left to go here, second quarter, 53-45. Second free throw is also good. 7-point Thunder lead. OKC will bring it up here right to left. SGA with it across the timeline. Working against Ant, bumps, and he flails himself to the floor and draws the foul. Zach Zarba calls it. I mean, wow. There's some contact there, but the way he kicks his leg out and flails himself down to the floor.
It's just trash.
It is.
It's terrible refereeing. It's foul baiting. They see it on video. He slaps Ant's hand away and then puts his shoulder into Ant's chest and falls down, and he gets the call. Zach Zarba's got to be better than that, man. That's just awful.
Here's SGA with it against McDaniels. He
does
trips
it again.
himself up, goes down. That's got to be a travel. It's knocked away, and it goes off of SGA out of bounds. I mean, boy, he just tripped himself up and flailed to the floor. A lot like game 1 when he got the mysterious call that there was no contact at all that caused him to go down. Here's Jaden McDaniels off to Ant, up top off the Rudy screen. And on the attack in the lane, drops it back out. Nikhil straight away on the 3, got it. Nikhil has been money from downtown tonight, 3 for 3. He's got 11 points overall, and the Wolves are within 4. Here comes SGA against Nikhil. Now off the Chet. Catch and shoot 3 on the way. Got it. Chet Holmgren knocks down the 3.
Gap help that time by Jaden. Came off of Chet to be able to defend Shea. Ant falls down here at the timeline. Gets it to Rudy.
Here's Rudy trying to work, and Rudy cannot dribble the ball, and he turns it over. Another turnover on the Wolves, their 11th of the game. Kenrich Williams surrounded inside, throws it back out right to Jaden McDaniels. One turnover begets another. Dante on the run, inside, off to Jaden, up strong, finishes with the right hand.
Wow.
A dozen for Jaden McDaniels, and the Wolves escape damage again. They're back within 5.
They certainly did.
SGA up the center of the floor. Back screen from Kenrich. Williams pops on the 3. Missed it long. The rebound out of bounds. That's got to be Wolves' ball. I thought it was off Dort. There's no call. That leads me to think it's OKC basketball here.
James Williams is going to help out here.
It will be Timberwolves basketball.
I like the conversing that referees do now, that they get together and they help each other out. And that's what the Timberwolves bench exploded up. And we're pleading with James Williams to please tell Bill Kennedy that it went off of OKC.
Wolves bring it up here. They're shooting 68% from the field and 8 of 14 from deep. And they still trail by 5. Here's Jaden with it. He'll launch a 3 over Holmgren. That swirls out, and the rebound scooped up by Lou Dort. Those are 8 of 15 on their 3s, while the Thunder are 9 for 20. Here's SGA on the hunt in the lane, runs it up, missed the shot, the rebound comes down to SGA. He goes back up, lost it, and a whistle and a foul will be charged against the Timberwolves. It's going to be free throws again for SGA. He's averaging 11 free throw attempts per game in this series. And that's with him having a low free throw attempt game in game number 3.
You know, the amazing thing about the turnovers in this game is that Minnesota's turned it over 11 times. OKC has 8 points off those 11 turnovers. OKC's turned over 7 times. Minnesota's converted into 13 points, but 5 of their 7 turnovers have come after Minnesota's turned it over. So OKC's giving it right back to them after Minnesota's turned it over. So
1 out of 2 at the free throw line.
That's been great defensive transition from Minnesota once they turn it over to get back and then force a OKC turnover as well.
Jaden McDaniels with it right side. And now left wing, it's Dante. He'll fire a 3, he'll miss it long, and Chet Holmgren has the rebound. And now Caruso will bring it up. A handoff to SGA. Off the screen, he's open for the 3, but he'll pass on that. Now he'll fire away and hit it. 60-51, 17 first half points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Rudy pulls up on the shot. It's off the rim twice, and a whistle stops play. A loose ball foul will go against the Thunder here.
Caruso shoved Dante DiVincenzo, who was in there offensive rebounding. I love the fact that Dante went in there to fight. A couple OKC players were in there trying to keep him off the glass, but Rudy Gobert is actually going to go to the free throw line. I thought they were going to call it on the Dante shove.
Rudy's 0 for 2 at the free throw line here in the first half. Timberwolves basketball tonight brought to you in part by Treasure Island Resort Casino. Book your stay now at TICasino.com. Visit the island, Treasure Island Resort Casino. And you're exactly right, Dante will replace Rudy at the free throw line.
What's going on there? I'd much rather have Dante at the line right now at this juncture.
I think Rudy would rather have Dante at the free throw line right now.
I think you're right.
First free throw is good. Also, Timberwolves basketball brought to you by Eclipse. Want to arrive at a Timberwolves game in your very own limo? Just contact Eclipse Transportation. You can make easy for me to say. Make reservations going to eclipsecars.com.
SGA's accounted for 34 OKC points, 17 in the scoring column, assists for 17 points as well.
6 assists for 17 points. Wow. 34 of the Thunder's 60 points. J-Dub with it against Julius Randle. Now to the right wing. SGA against Rudy Gobert to the baseline. Oh, he double clutches. He draws contact. Again, flails around, which draws the ire of the crowd. And SGA is going back to the free throw line for his 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the half.
It's just trash. It's awful to watch that he foul baits like this. When he gets into Rudy, you know, if you're Rudy Gobert, you've got to keep your hand down and keep it back, because that's exactly what's playing into. If you think you're going to use your arm to leverage into him to keep him away from dribbling the basketball, that's what you're asking for him to draw a foul on you. So part of it is the players.
So on that last play, Rudy definitely has his arm out. And you're absolutely right. He can't have his arm out like that against someone like Shea. And SGA not only moves his arm through that, but he flails around. And that's what draws the ire of the fans and makes it look so ridiculous. If he just goes right up into a shot and gets it knocked away, okay, well, we can live with that.
Sure.
Fans can live with that. It's an obvious foul, but his flailing of the body selling the call is just what's the annoying part. 2 for 2 at the free throw line, 19 points now for SGA. 9-point Thunder lead. Left to right across your radio. Mike sets up Julius left side, starts to back down J-Dub. Here comes the double from SGA. Now Randle picked up the dribble. He spins to the baseline, zips it up top. Here's Edwards running away from Dort off a screen by McDaniels. His shot at the buzzer. No, Rudy offensive rebound. Goes back up. Oh, he took a whack from behind by Kenrich Williams. Remember, those two got into it a few years ago. Rudy will pop back to his feet. He's going to the free throw line. SGA ends up on his back.
It's a hard foul by Kenrich Williams. They were not going to let Rudy get that above his head.
He kind of winds up and swings from behind. Makes no play on the ball here. Watch this.
Yeah, I mean, he just hit him in the head as well. I'm surprised that it's not being reviewed, at least for a hostile act.
We've seen far less get reviewed, but not when it comes to Rudy. Free throw in and out, no. 0 for 3 at the free throw line for Rudy Gobert. 2 points, 3 rebounds. It has not been a big Rudy series. Averaging 26 minutes, 5 points, 6 rebounds a game. Does have a block.
I mean, he's been a deterrent at the rim. He has protected the paint, and he's done some really good things in terms of screening. That's really his value, is throwing it out to Rudy and let him screen and rescreen players that are all over Anthony Edwards. So he does create good offense from that standpoint.
Second free throw drops in. The Wolves are down by 8 here. SGA with it up top. Gets to the elbow on Rudy on the switch. Maintains the dribble, now pulls Rudy out to the perimeter with 10 to shoot. Sizing him up, now to the right side. Here's Dort, run off the three-point line. He'll kick it back up top. Here's Shea, a catch-and-shoot opportunity. I told you, he doesn't shoot non-step backs well, just 15% in the postseason. He misses another one. 62-54. Randle sets the high screen. Mike to his right, picked up by Dort. Back to Randle, dangerous pass, but a whistle and a foul to go against SGA.
Any kind of ball screen where Mike reverses field and tries to throw it back, they are in the passing lane. I mean, SJ almost got that one right there.
The Wolves are fortunate that that was a foul and not a turnover.
Absolutely.
62-54. It's the Thunder who lead by 8. The under 3-minute break comes with 2:52 left to go in the first half on the Minnesota Timberwolves Radio Network.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Right, your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas.
Stop, Sebastian! Goldie is not dinner!
Right, your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Timberwolves fans, ready to score big with Wolves gear without breaking the bank? Let me introduce you to Sezzle and the Pay in 4 program. With Sezzle, you can split your payments into 4 easy, interest-free installments on all your Wolves purchases. From jerseys and hoodies to courtside seats, Sezzle has got you covered. Wherever you shop, however you rep the Wolves. Download the Sezzle app and get started today. Sezzle, the official jersey patch sponsor of the Timberwolves. Subject to approval, see terms and conditions at Sezzle.com.
All right, time to take a look at the Eastern Conference Finals. It's brought to you courtesy of your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com today. Let's go places. We had Game 3 last night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indy. Pacers with an opportunity to seize a stranglehold on the series. They had the 2-0 lead already. They were back home for these next two. They built a lead as large as 20 in the first half, but like they've done throughout this postseason, the New York Knicks would not go quietly. They came storming back to capture a 106-100 come-from-behind victory. They now down just 2-1 in the series. Karl Anthony Towns had 24 and 15 boards, 20 in the decisive fourth quarter. Tyrese Halliburton had 20 and 7 in the loss and was quick to blame himself for the lack of Pacers offense in that second half.
A game like this comes down to, 1 or 2 possessions, so just trying to execute the right way, get guys in the right spots. But yeah, it's definitely an area where I know when I watch film I'm going to kick myself for. I'm already thinking about it, kicking myself for it. So, I think that's just part of it, and I got to be better there. Honestly, I think a lot of our offensive struggles in the second half were, due to me. So execution down the stretch, we can definitely be better, and that starts with me. So, you live with it, you watch film, and you get better, and you prepare for Game 4.
Yeah, pivotal Game 4 tomorrow night from Indy. Tip-off just after 7 o'clock. Back to Alan and Jim.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. Josh Metellus of the Vikings on the big screen.
Oh, it's a who's who here.
I saw something that Josh Metellus got a little warning for being a little too verbal in game number 3.
Really?
Apparently, yeah, he was a little too vocal. He posted that online somewhere, and that made the rounds.
Well, they got the one that I'm more worried about down there with Julius Randle's wife. I mean, Patrick Beverly's down there sitting with Kendra and the kids.
They got PB. They gave him the cannon to shoot the T-shirts. That was a dangerous move. But PB got a very nice hand. Josh Okogie was here last game. Justin Jefferson, he's always here. He's like a staple. 62-54. OKC by 8. 2:52 left to go in the second. Now, we didn't see it in Game 3, but in Games 1 and 2, that's where the Thunder had these mini runs, a 5-0 and a 6-1 that, felt bigger than they probably were, but it really shifted some momentum.
Yeah.
Julius Randle at the free throw line for 2 here.
All these timeouts have been coming, too, and Minnesota's going to the free throw line. Remember, before Ant went to the free throw line, and during it came out of a timeout, having to shoot them. Now, Julius, same thing. He breaks the first one.
Wolves have left 5 points at the free throw line here in the first half. 8 of 13. Wolves are getting out-rebounded in this game, 17-10. They have 10 rebounds. Oklahoma City has 9 offensive rebounds in this game. Julius goes 1 out of 2. Wolves trailing by 7. Under 3 to go here first half. J-Dub out to SGA. Up top takes a run to McDaniels. Floats it up over Rudy. Terrific defense there. Again, Rudy, with his presence inside, affected that shot. Randle with a rebound. Brings it up on Dort to the free throw line. Trying to back him down. Spins down the left side of the lane. Up off glass. Difficult shot. No good. Rebound. Anthony Edwards steals it. In the paint. Out to Conley. Up top. It comes to McDaniels. Catch and shoot 3. Missed it off the heel. Jaden has the rebound. Come right back to him. He drives on Caruso. Puts up the shot. No. Rebound loose. Julius has it. He gets fouled. Finally, the 4th time is the charm. Down by 7. Randle back to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2 tonight.
I mean, between Alex Caruso and Lou Dort, I mean, they're both getting away with felonious assault almost on every possession. I mean, it is a hand battle. It is a physical battle. Anytime there's a post-up opportunity.
Call for 1 foul in this game. He's committed about 9 others. Coming into tonight, he had 11 fouls in 3 games. And I thought the whistle had been pretty solid against him. He does foul a ton. That's what makes this Thunder defense really good.
It's kind of like
get away with a lot of contact.
It's kind of like defensive 3 seconds. You know, if I'm testing the 2-9 all the time until the referees call it. You know, I mean, why not?
Randall hits both free throws here. It's a 5-point game. SGA hears the booze. He brings it up from right to left. Chet Holmgren, the high screen, now slips it. SGA right by McDaniels to the cup, lay in good. He couldn't get there in time. J-Dub, actually Chet, who was about to set that screen, just slipped it. That opened up the floor.
Peel action that time. You know how much we see peel action from both teams.
I love peel action.
Yes, it's effective. It causes confusion.
Conley with it off to Ant, who's taken 2 shots here in the first half. He's got it against Cason Wallace, trying to free himself. Gives it up to Conley up top. Here comes Rudy to run to set the screen. Gets there, picks off SGA. Conley snakes his way in the paint, double clutches up with a shot, missed it long. Rebound, Randall, but the shot clock expires because Conley's initial shot never did hit the rim. It'll go down as another Wolves turnover. They're 12th in the first half.
No, the problem is with Minnesota is that they can't score. Because they're taking Ant out of the game and Rudy's not been able to score, they got to bring Nas back in. But that's when OKC's been getting and winning the 50-50 ball challenge. They've been getting all the offensive rebounds when Rudy's not been in the game. There's no rim protection at all either.
J-Dub's with it, bringing it up the floor. Sets up Holmgren to his left. The 3 ball's offline. The Wolves have the rebound here as Julius Randle takes it away from Mike Conley. Now Mike quickly in the front court, drops it for Randall. 1 dribble off to Mike wing left. He'll bring it up top. Back to his left, here's Nas. Turns, fires on the 3. In and out, no. Hit front rim, back rim. Chet Holmgren the rebound. Just over a minute to go. Wolves only down 7 despite turning it over 12 times and having some big-time rebounding issues on the defensive end. SGA against McDaniels, left angle. Left-handed dribble switches the right hand. Here comes a double from Randall. Up top to Wallace now. Wallace against Ant. Down the lane. Runs it up off the glass. Shot no, but a loose ball foul. Nas Reed just cleared out Chet Holmgren. Fighting for that rebound. Too bad because the Wolves had Ant with it and looked like he was going to be off to the races.
Yeah, they had an advantage that time for sure. Cason Wallace missed that shot. Jaden had the rebound and he was going to get ready to outlet it out. And there were a couple OKC Thunder players on the baseline.
I do feel like the Wolves are in a good spot, Jim, despite trailing. So many things have worked against them. The duo of Randall and Edwards combined for just 9 points right now. The 12 turnovers and the discrepancy on the offensive glass for OKC.
Yeah.
And the Wolves, I think, have to feel fortunate they're not down by double figures. Well, they're down 8, and now, nope, free throw is missed by Chet Holmgren. Wolves have the rebound. A couple of scores and a stop in between.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mike will initiate up top, looking left. Here's Nas curling off a screen. Makes the catch 18 feet out. His pass to the corner. Nearly picked off, but Alex Caruso got his hands to it again. That dude has 45 deflections in the postseason, the 6th most. He's got a couple of teammates ahead of him, SGA and J-Dub, who have more.
Wolves have missed 9 straight shots.
Oh. Inbound, Mike Conley. He's got it hash mark left wing side. Here's Ant on the move, steps through on Caruso, and boy, got bumped to the floor, able to feed it to McDaniels. They're going to wave off the bucket, and a jump ball is called. Julius went up, came back down with it. It either had to be a travel or a jump ball.
It's a good call.
But boy, on that pass, Ant got bumped there. Look at Holmgren. He's not even turned on Ant, knocked him down. That has to be a foul.
It's got to be a foul.
That is a foul.
Anthony Edwards certainly got fouled by Chet Holmgren. Chet's going to jump ball here with Julius Randle. 29.9 here to go. So, I mean, we'll see who wins this possession here. Minnesota's got to fight for the gap here. Chet's going to tip this one back to SGA. Mike's got to try to fight this and try to steal this one.
Zach Zarber will toss it up, and Julius got his hand to it. The Wolves win the tip, and then Julius goes up for the shot. It's knocked away. The Thunder Thunder come away with the ball.
Shot clock was winding down, too. There's only a second on the clock. He had to shoot it right away.
Julius thought he got fouled. No call. 2-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Neither team with a foul to give. Here comes Caruso to set the high screen. Gets off of McDaniels. Now the drive, a kick to the corner. Wallace, 3-ball on the way. Off the back iron, no. Right to SGA at the free throw line. Little up and under. Floater off the window. That's no good. Rebound. Randall's got it. Horton sounds, and that'll do it for the first half of play. OKC puts up 65 points. They lead by 8. They get 21 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and 15 from J-Dub. Jalen Williams. Timberwolves get just 9 combined between Randall and Edwards. They turned it over 13 times. They got out-rebounded in that half. I guess it was only 20-17, but at last check, 10 offensive rebounds for the Thunder in that first half. Again, I think the Wolves down by 8. It could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot worse. And so Chris Finch is so great at going into the halftime situation and diagnosing the issues and trying to solve them. We'll talk to Pablo, though, once we come back.
Timberwolves missed their final 10 shots of the first half. They trail 65-57. Stay tuned. Cal Soderquist has your halftime coverage next all across the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network.
Yeah. Hey, look, a W is a W. And thanks to our FVP batteries in the lineup, we're playing up to our potential. I mean, you saw it out there today. What I'm loving about this FVP battery right now is the consistency. Day in, day out. I mean, no drama. Great work ethic with tremendous upside. I said this before, you gotta be a self-starter in this league. That's why FVP is my MVP. Automotive batteries from FVPparts.com. You gotta reach for what works.
Next question.
Wolves fans, this team is only getting better, and next season starts now.
Nas with it off to Ant. Drives in and hammers it through with the right hand.
Bring it with a full, half, or quarter season membership and get playoff priority, exclusive perks, and every can't-miss moment from Anthony Edwards.
It's Ant's time! He's taking over here in the fourth.
Don't wait. Head to Timberwolves.com/memberships to claim your seats.
Oh, the energy in the building right now is through the roof.
Hey Wolves fans, it's Rosie from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, your home comfort MVPs since 1930. Just like the Timberwolves bring the heat on the court, we keep your home in perfect condition all year long. We're proud to sponsor the Timberwolves this season. Let's go Wolves! Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Call or visit standardheating.com since 1930.
Off to Ant, up top off the Rudy screen, and on the attack in the lane, drops it back out. Nikhil straight away on the three, got it. Nikhil has been money from downtown tonight, 3 for 3. He's got 11 points overall. The Wolves are within 4.
A timely triple from Nikhil Alexander-Walker about halfway through that second quarter, helping keep the Timberwolves within striking distance. In fact, down 4 at that point, that's as close as they would get over the final 6 minutes of that second quarter as the Timberwolves offense went ice cold to finish that second frame. They missed their final 10 field goal attempts. We saw the Thunder balloon the lead as large as 9. Late in that first half, it is currently a 65-57 advantage. The Timberwolves, in many ways, living dangerously, but still hanging around in this Game 4. Welcome inside the halftime show. Cal Soderquist from inside our NBA Tonight studios. We'll get into a few more of those first half highlights in just a moment. We'll take a closer look at that first half box score as the Timberwolves 13 turnovers in the first half. Thunder did not capitalize on nearly as many as they could have, just 8 points off of those Timberwolves turnovers. Oklahoma City also dominates the offensive glass, 11 offensive rebounds to Minnesota's 6, and the 2 stars for the visiting Thunder outperforming Minnesota's top pairing of Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and J-Dub, Jalen Williams, combined for 36 points on 13 of 27 shooting. Also totaled 8 assists and 6 boards. Then you compare that to Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle totaling just 9 points on 2 of 6 from the field in that first half. It feels, in many ways, fortunate that the Timberwolves are down just 8, and again, still in this contest after the opening 24 minutes. We'll also catch you up briefly on the Eastern Conference Finals as we've got Game 4 from Indy tomorrow evening, and then we'll get you set for second half action here at the Target Center when Alan and Jim chat with assistant coach Pablo Prigioni. Let's get to those highlights back in action on their home floor and hoping to build on Saturday's emphatic bounce-back victory. Timberwolves now expecting a sharpened response from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder in this pivotal Game 4, and we saw just that. Much like they set the tone in the opening minutes of Saturday's Game 3, the Timberwolves did that once again here tonight. This time, Jaden McDaniels leading the charge for the Timberwolves.
Across the lane, Jalen Williams out to Chet Holmgren, attacks with left-handed dribble. Went up for the dunk and got it rejected by Rudy Gobert. He brought it back to the right hand. That was a big mistake. Back the other way. Jaden on the attack. It circles the drain and drops. Timberwolves to within 1, 18-17 with 5.5 to go here in the opening quarter. An electric start to Game 4.
Yeah, some really high-level basketball from both teams really throughout that first half, but especially right out of the gates. We saw some great shot making, really great pace, and the crowd eating up all of it. The energy was electric, and both teams were up to the task. Both teams, you could sort of feel, knew the magnitude of this Game 4 and fighting for every inch they could get in this contest. So Jaden McDaniels, hot early. He had 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting, also 2 rebounds, 2 steals in that first quarter, but all of his great production essentially neutralized by J-Dub, Jalen Williams. He was the hot hand early for the Thunder. Later in that opening quarter, it was OKC ripping off a 10-2 run, and it was a burst fueled by Minnesota turnovers.
Dante got airborne and turned it over at the free throw line. It's another Wolves turnover, their 5th of the game. Julius has 3 of those 5 turnovers. SGA against Dante up top. Dante likes the matchup, gets to the elbow, spins back to the middle. Now fakes going back to his right, fades on the 16-footer and hits it. It's now a 10-2 Oklahoma City run. They were down by 1 3 minutes ago. Now they lead by 7.
7 turnovers in the opening frame for the Timberwolves. That was the mark that Minnesota dealt with in Game 1. 7 turnovers in the opening 12 minutes to begin this series. But in that Game 1, the Thunder turned those 7 turnovers into 13 points. Tonight, just 6 points for OKC on those 7 Minnesota miscues. So that's a silver lining in a sense. But you heard the SGA jumper. He had 13 points, 4 assists in that opening frame. In total, he accounted for 24 of Oklahoma City's 37 first-quarter points, those 4 assists leading to 11 points for the Thunder. They led it by 7 after 1, 37-30. And like we saw on Saturday's Game 3, more great minutes from rookie Terrence Shannon Jr. early in the second, helping offset more Oklahoma City damage on the O boards.
Joe's free throw is in and out. No, Hartenstein bats the rebound out. Joe has it. Now Wallace with it against Shannon. Drives in. Kick out. Kenrich Williams right side. 3 is good. The offensive rebounds for OKC and the Wolves' 8 turnovers are killing them right now. 48-39. Mike, pocket pass. Nas down the lane. Out to Shannon in the corner. The 3 ball's nothing but net. Nylon for TJ. 48-42.
They're leaving him wide open too. They're making him make shots, and he's been doing it.
Another strong stint for rookie TJ Shannon. He had 7 points, 2 rebounds in his 5 first-half minutes, 2 of 3 from the field, including that triple right there that helped keep Minnesota within striking distance, as again, the Thunder controlled the majority of that second frame, but in many ways it feels like it could have been much worse for the Timberwolves as they could not take care of the basketball. 13 turnovers. Their starters were outperformed by Oklahoma City's first 5, mainly Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. His 21 points lead all scorers. He's got 6 assists as well, so accounting at this tally for 38 of Oklahoma City's 65 first-half points. And again, it's SGA leading the way with those 21. Timberwolves still in the contest thanks in part to big performances from Jaden McDaniels, 12 points in that first half, 10 of which came in the opening frame. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was phenomenal, 11 points, a perfect 3 of 3 from distance. The Timberwolves as a team shot 50% from the field, an effective 8 of 18 from long range, even outscored the Thunder by 4 at the free throw line, but 6 more turnovers and surrendering 5 additional offensive rebounds, helping the Thunder win that turnover battle. They had 12 more field goal attempts in that first half. So even though they're shooting just below Minnesota's 50% mark, Oklahoma City still making up that deficit with the volume, and they're the ones with the 8-point lead at the half. In terms of our hot player of the half, well, why don't we give that to Nickeil Alexander-Walker? Like we mentioned, the 3 triples, 4 of 5 from the field, 11 points in his 10 first-half minutes, also registered a pair of steals on the other end of the floor. Brought to you, as always, by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Visit them online at standardheating.com. So the Timberwolves at the break, down 8. We'll see what kind of adjustments they have coming out of the intermission in mere moments. We'll pause, and we'll soon get you back to Alan Horton and Jim Peterson for third quarter action here on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management service to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information today. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Rated A+ Superior by AM Best Company.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with a new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Still at the intermission here in Game 4 at the Target Center, and despite missing their final 10 field goal attempts in the second quarter, despite 13 first-half turnovers, despite a cold first half from their stars, Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, and despite getting beat on the offensive boards, the Timberwolves very much in this contest, down just 8. It's a 65-57 deficit. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the way. A game-high 21 points, his 6 assists, accounting for 17 more OKC points. So he maestroed his way to 38 of OKC's 65 points. Timberwolves are down 8 at the intermission. Third quarter action just around the corner. Let's pause 10 quick seconds and allow our stations across the network to identify themselves. This is your home for Timberwolves basketball. Timberwolves down 8 at the halftime break in this Game 4. We'll take one final pause. We'll rejoin Alan Horton and Jim Peterson ahead of third quarter action here on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
Incubus, live.
performing the album Morning View in its entirety, plus the hits. Saturday, July 5th, the Treasure Island Amphitheater. With special guest Manchester Orchestra. On sale now at TICasino.com. Don't miss Incubus performing Morning View in its entirety, plus the hits.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
65-57, the Thunder lead the Timberwolves by 8 here in Game 4. They're up 2-1. Along with Jim Peterson, I'm Alan Horton. We check in with Pablo Prigioni courtside here. And Pablo, I kind of feel like you guys are fortunate only to be down by 8 with Randall and Edwards only combining for 9 points. The turnovers, the offensive rebounds they've gotten. What was the message at halftime?
Yeah, I mean, we expect them to be more physical, more aggressive. That last game, and then, too many turnovers, like you say. They have 12 more shots. I mean, between the turnovers and the offensive rebounds, right? 12, 13 more shots. It's too many for a good team like them.
Pablo, they have all those A defenders that are able to rotate onto Julius and Ant. How do you get them loose here in the second half?
Well, we told them they got to move quickly, They got to move quickly. They got to run the floor better, because if you just slow down against that pressure, it's making it easier for the defense, right? So you got to play more off-ball action. Get to the corner. We're going to screen for you. Then take off, play off the catch. More quick decisions.
One of the things, though, too, Pablo, is that, with Rudy out there, he's such a great screener. You also throw it out to him and get great actions that way as well. But then you need to score with Nas. You're in kind of a quandary with the bigs.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about also that pass and chase, Get it off, give it to Rudy, and then go get it back, and then he can set a good screen, and you can get downhill. So
good offense. It's good offense.
Exactly.
Pablo, appreciate it. Good luck second half.
Guys, see you.
65-57. We're getting set for the third quarter here with the Wolves trailing by 8. Thunder have possession left to right. They'll bring it up in their association whites. The Wolves in their icon midnight navies. Here we go, third quarter. Thunder have it. Caruso will initiate off the J-Dub up top. Big first half for Jalen Williams. He'll pull Randall out to the perimeter. Jukes on him, 8 to shoot. Down the lane out to Caruso. Catch and shoot 3. That's good. Alex Caruso starts the second half. It's his first 3 of the night. And OKC leads by 11. Randall front court wing left. Trying to get it to Ant. Now to Conley in the corner. Right back to Randall. Julius goes to work on Jalen Williams. Now back to Conley. 5 to shoot. He's got to put on the deck against SGA. Runs it up in the lane. Shot short. Rudy with a tip. No. Rudy with an offensive rebound. Put back. Yes. 68-59, but the Wolves need stops. 15 for J-Dub. 21 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA sets up Chet Holmgren one-on-one against Rudy. Takes a run with a right-handed dribble. Spin move inside. Up with the left hand. Missed everything. Offensive rebound. The 12th of the game. Luke Dort's got it. Out to SGA, isolated against Jaden McDaniels. Takes a run with the right hand to the baseline. Cut off, steps back on the 3. Missed it long. Rebound tapped out. The Thunder have it again. The Wolves can't get a defensive rebound. 13 offensive boards for the Thunder. J-Dub with it. Guarded by Randall. Being pushed back toward the center court stripe. Now gets a run in the lane. Right by Rudy. Up in the layup. He missed it, and Rudy secures the board. 68-59, 10:25 left to go in the third. Ant with it, takes a run right by Holmgren to the cup. The layup is good. It bounced around, hit every part of the rim, and dropped. Ant with his second field goal of the game. SGA drifts right side, is picked up by Conley inside the arc, 15 feet out. Jaden comes on the double, forcing a pass off to Holmgren. They go weak side. Caruso's open. He turns, fires on the 3, missed it, and Rudy collects his second straight defensive rebound. 7-point game. Ant up the center of the floor, trying to run away from Dort. Down the lane, runs it up and kicks out the last second. Mike open corner 3. Bingo! Big time 3 from Mike Conley. He connects from the corner opposite the Wolves bench. 7-0 Minnesota run, and this is a 4-point game. 9:47 left to go in the third. Timeout OKC on the Minnesota Timberwolves Radio Network.
Chanhassen Dinner Theaters brings you its most popular show of all time, Grease. You'll hear all your favorite hits from the Broadway musical and the movie. Join the whole gang at Rydell High. We'll sing, we'll dance, we'll bring you back to high school life in the 50s. Poodle skirts, bobby socks, the soda shop, and drive-in movies. Grease! It'll rock your socks off. Order your tickets today. Visit chanhassendt.com.
Hey Timberwolves fans, ready to score big with Wolves gear without breaking the bank? Let me introduce you to Sezzle and the Pay in 4 program. With Sezzle, you can split your payments into 4 easy, interest-free installments on all your Wolves purchases. From jerseys and hoodies to courtside seats, Sezzle has got you covered. Wherever you shop, however you rep the Wolves. Download the Sezzle app and get started today. Sezzle, the official jersey patch sponsor of the Timberwolves. Subject to approval, see terms and conditions at Sezzle.com.
Rosie here, plugging you into safety, service, and innovation. Edison Electric has been serving the Minneapolis and St. Paul area since 2007 and specializes in residential service, meaning they help you with all your home's electrical needs. From troubleshooting to panel replacements, they leave your home safer than when they arrived and provide 5-star service every time. Go to calledison.com for upfront pricing on all the residential electrical services in Minneapolis. That's calledison.com.
When it comes to watching the game, it's always nice to sit and savor a delicious snack. And Jack Link's Protein Snacks always hits the shot. Jack Link's beef jerky is made with 100% beef that's simply seasoned and hardwood smoked to deliver a mouth-watering, flavorful, good source of protein, convenient snack. Jack Link's, the official protein snack of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Thunder started the third quarter, hitting an Alex Caruso 3 that gave them an 11-point lead. The Wolves have gone 7-0 since, and OKC has missed their last 4 shots. One big reason for the Wolves trouncing of the Thunder in Game 3, turnovers, something Dante DiVincenzo talked about after shoot-around today.
The biggest difference was the turnovers. Games 1 and 2, we had way too many turnovers at crucial points, and they came out and, they hit a home run during those runs, and they kind of put us away during those runs. So Game 3, I think we did a good job of just, obviously the score wasn't as close like the whole game, but whether a turnover happened or not, we got back and responded right away and kind of put out the fire immediately.
Well, the Wolves turned it over 13 times in the first half. They've yet to turn it over so far, but we've only played 2 minutes and 13 seconds of this third quarter. Good energy on this 7-0 run, and all of a sudden, Jim, the Wolves are within 4 here.
Some key shooting by Minnesota. Mike Conley knocking down the 3 before the timeout here. Rudy's been impacting the game as well. Got a second chance put back for Minnesota. And attacking as well, getting loose. Jaden was the only player coming out of the halftime that had more than one field goal.
Oh, Julius jumps a pass for Caruso, leads to a 3-on-1. Dropping it to Ant, he fumbled it. The ball's loose. Whistle stops play, and a foul will be charged against Lou Dort. But the Wolves blow a 3-on-1. Mike dropped it back for Ant, and I don't know if he wasn't expecting it. It hit him right in the chest, and it nearly led to a turnover.
It wasn't great spacing by Minnesota either. Julius got that turnover. They were so tight. One defender could guard 3 when they're chasing back like that. I mean, they were so close.
Those lanes were not being filled.
I mean, the spacing was literally like one guy was on the right lane, one guy was on the left lane, and then Ant was running down the middle. It just was not great spacing. So easy to defend that.
Wolves do maintain possession. Mike gets a screen from Rudy, gives it back to the roll man, and Rudy throws it down over Hartenstein.
Go ahead, big fella.
7 points, 7 boards. Couple of dimes for Rudy Gobert. He's also got a block. SGA with it against McDaniels. Across the lane, leans in toward the cup, and he got it off glass for 2. 23 now for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 70-66. After the Timberwolves climbed to within 2 with that 9-0 burst. Mike Conley up top. He's free for a 3. It's off the back iron. It was online, but missed it long. Hartenstein with the rebound. Holmgren's off the floor right now. Thunder going with 1 big on the floor. This is the way they started the second half as well. As SGA misses a mid-range jumper, Mike's got the rebound on the run up in the front court. Good low dribble. Got it away from Wallace. Got it away from Caruso, now Ant with a 3-ball, a clean look for one of his only clean looks of the night. That's his first 3. He missed it off the heel. SGA with it, cut off by Ant. Hartenstein sets the screen, Ant goes under that. Now SGA out to his right. Here's J-Dub on the attack with a runner with the right hand. That missed it. The Wolves have the rebound. Edwards up the center of the floor here. Off the high screen by Rudy Gobert. Now Ant in the paint runs into Hartenstein. Lost the ball. It's loose and scooped up by Cason Wallace. Now SGA's got open floor ahead of him. It's 2-on-3, so he'll slow things up. 4 gone, 8 left to play here in the third. 70-66, Thunder by 4. SGA with it across the elbow. He's got Rudy on him, pulls the big man out to the perimeter. 6 to shoot. Right-handed dribble, bumped by Rudy in the paint, fades on the jumper, missed it off the heel. The long rebound collected by Wallace, out to Williams. Jalen Williams knocks down a 3.
And if Minnesota loses this game, they're going to look back at all of the offensive rebounds they've given up. I mean,
14.
It's not killed them point-wise. It's pretty even, but it's just the number of shot attempts. And they've gotten knockdown 3s after a bunch of these as well.
Here's Mike on a drive from the right wing, runs right into Julius Randle and his man. Now Ant with it, turns it over. Caruso feeds it up ahead. Here's Wallace off to Jalen Williams. Around his back to Wallace. Jaden with the block right at the rim. Jaden couldn't save it, but what a possession that was at the defensive end. Jaden gets his block. He's had 4 of those here in this series. 2 of them have come against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And this one, he stuffs Cason Wallace right at the cup.
Mike doing great work. He's going to come off the floor now. Nikhil's going to come into the game. Interesting. Dante and Naz have been the first subs, but the way that Nikhil's been shooting the basketball, you got to get him back into the game. Nikhil's 4 or 5. He's perfect from outside the arc, 3 for 3 with 11 points.
The Thunder are not a good offensive rebounding team. In the regular season, they grabbed 28% of their misses. That ranks them 20th out of 30 teams. In the postseason coming into tonight, they were averaging 28% offensive rebound percentage, just what they averaged in the regular season. Tonight, they're grabbing 44% of their misses. 3-ball right side off the front rim, no. Gosh. And a loose ball foul will be called against Minnesota.
So they've been forcing all these switches, getting Rudy away from the basket, so he's no longer protecting the rim. So when shots go up, I mean, Hartenstein is just able to dominate. He's been so physical, so Julius trying to keep him off the glass. Jaden, they've got him sandwiched, but who did they call the foul on? They called the foul on Jaden because he was on the backside that time fouling him.
SGA up top to Cason Wallace. Here comes the Thunder against Randle in the lane. Wallace a pull-up jumper, and he hits. Cason Wallace now with 5 points. He's just 2 of 7 shooting. That lead, which was down to 2, is now pushed back up to 9 with 6:45 to go in the third. And still on the hunt, just seeing white jerseys all over the place. He frees himself, fires on the 3, it circles out. Nikhil got a hand of the rebound. He kept it alive for Rudy. He drives and he gets fouled. J-Dub is saying challenge that to his head coach Mark Dagnall, but Rudy will go to the free throw line for now. He's 1 of 4 at the stripe. Thunder will not challenge. Naz Reid set to check in, although he's probably coming in for... Julius already came out, so he's coming in for Julius.
I was checking out a soundbite by Nick Wright, who's on Fox Sports, and he was talking about the concept of the twirl. Everybody understands the timeout situation because the timeout call is kind of binding. You know, when you call timeout, they're going to call the timeout, right?
Yes.
This should be binding. Twirling your finger.
Oh, so as soon as somebody does it.
As soon as that's how you get the players to stop doing it.
And what if you do it when you don't have any left? That's a technical?
Yeah, technical foul. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
You can't call a timeout when you don't have any.
That'd be chaos. 2 free throws good for Rudy Gobert. Rudy has found his rhythm. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block shot. Jalen Williams, right side, gets to the mid-post against Nikhil. Spins to the baseline, get away with a travel. He floats it up and banks it in for 2.
Boy, has he been good in this game. J-Dub's got 20.
Here's Nikhil with it. Pulls up on the 3 and hits it right side. Nikhil's been unbeatable. Here's SGA down the lane, out to Jalen Williams on the attack with the right hand. He'll scoop it up to the rim. It's no good, and Nikhil's got the rebound. Now to Naz Reid up on the right wing. Naz gets around Isaiah Joe, steps through in the lane, kicks out Nikhil. Up top, Jaden. Passed on the three, inside to Rudy. Layup good. Good ball movement there. The Wolves have found something. They're within 4, 77-73. SGA across the timeline, sitting on 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Fans to their feet, they want to stop. SGA against McDaniels, up top, now left side to Joe, up fakes a deep three, drives in, floats it up with the right hand, it's short. Hartenstein with the 15th offensive rebound of the game for the Thunder. Wallace now with it right wing, to Joe in the corner, guarded by Edwards. 7 on the shot clock. Isaiah Joe switches to the right hand, tries to drive baseline, that's knocked away, it's off Joe, it's out of bounds, it forces a turnover, and the Wolves will gain possession, down by 4. 5:15 left to go in the third. Things starting to heat up here in game 4.
Rudy making a big effort here, doing a great job. 8 points for Rudy in the quarter. 3 or 4 shooting, couple free throws.
Yep, he's kind of found his rhythm.
Yeah.
Dante checks in, so he and Nikhil in the backcourt with Ant, Naz, and Rudy up front. Again, OKC with just the one big. Chet remains off the floor. It's Hartenstein guarding Gobert. Jalen Williams has got Naz Reid. Here's Ant with it up top. He's got Cason Wallace on him. Feeds Dante. Open look. Left corner 3 on the way. He got it! It's a 1-point game with under 5 to play here in the third. Dante DiVincenzo. 5 to go.
All these runs here. Minnesota went on a 7-0. OKC came back, and then now Minnesota on 8-0 run themselves.
SGA fades at the free throw line and hits the jumper. Silences the crowd momentarily. Ant pressured off to Nikhil. He'll bring it up into the front court from right to left. 4:33 left to go in the third. Dante open again. Same spot. Same results. We're tied at 79. The Wolves have come back from an 11-point deficit to tie it up. It's an 11-2 run during this stretch. 4:25 to go in the third. Timeout again, OKC, and this joint is jumping. Tied at 79 on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Postseason dunks, threes, scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds. Seriously? Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free. Where have you been all my life? There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas.
Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner.
Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
And this check of the Eastern Conference Finals is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com today. Let's go places. We had Game 3 last night from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indy. Pacers looking to grab a stranglehold of this conference finals. They had a 2-0 lead in the series. They were back home for the next two. They built a 20-point lead in the second quarter. But the Knicks did what the Knicks have done in these playoffs. They erased that deficit. They capture a 106-100 victory. Karl Anthony Towns, he was the hero in the fourth, 20 of his 24 in that decisive final frame. After the improbable loss, Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle discussed what went wrong during that second half, but made sure not to make any excuses.
Poor job of closing the third quarter, and not a good enough start to the fourth quarter. Turned it into, a real back and forth game, and they executed down the stretch, and we did not execute well enough. So credit them for fighting hard, hanging in. So difficult loss, but look, we're not going to make excuses. We've come back from big leads. We lost a lead today. Regardless of who's out there, we got to be able to attack better and do the things to maintain it. And we just simply did not execute as well as we needed to.
Well, we're more than 2 quarters into our pivotal Game 4 here tonight at Target Center. That pivotal Game 4 from Indy tips tomorrow night just after 7 o'clock. Let's get you back to Jim Peterson and Alan Horton.
All right, Cal, thank you. Dante DiVincenzo with a couple of threes here, accounting for 6 of the Wolves' 11 points in this 11-2 run over the last 1 minute and 47 seconds. It's come quick. The Wolves seem to have found a 5 that's working well, and when Dante's knocking down shots like that, he's 3 of 5 tonight, Jim. 13 points, 3 assists. And the Wolves bench has really contributed in a big way. I mean, it's Nikhil 4 for 4 from deep, Dante 3 of 5. In fact, you had the numbers of the Wolves bench from deep. 9 of 12. 9 of 12 from the floor. That's been huge because it's not been a big Randall and Edwards game. They're both in single digits.
Well, one of the things coming into this series, too, is that both OKC and Minnesota pretty even three-point shooting-wise, percentage-wise, and volume and make and take and all of that. So this game, pretty close as well. And 12 of 28 for OKC, 12 of 25 for Minnesota. Excellent three-point shooting for both teams.
Jets back in the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. SGA just 2 of 6 shooting here in the third quarter. He went 7 of 15 shooting in the first half. He rejects the screen from Casey Wallace, trying to drive on Nikhil. Gets to the free throw line, pump fakes, leans in on the shot. It's short, rebound tapped out. The Thunder have it again. 16 offensive rebounds and counting. 4 minutes left to go in the third. Nikhil knocked it free, but it came right to Caruso. Crosses over, drives on Nikhil, lost it, off his leg, out of bounds. Boy, I thought that was off of Caruso. Might have been Nikhil's leg. Nobody seems to be protesting as much as me, so that tells me for once I'm wrong.
Minnesota's last lead, by the way, was 15-14.
Wow. Still tied at 79. Off the inbound, Shea flops to the floor, doesn't get the call. Inbound Wallace, turn around with the shot clock at 3, and he hits it.
How good is he been?
Big-time shot. Yeah. Second-year guard out of Kentucky, 21 years of age, Cason Wallace. He's averaging just 4 points a game in this series. He's got 7 tonight. Up top, here's Nasri. Wing left to Dante DiVincenzo. Cason Wallace all over him. Rudy sets the screen. Now Dante with a left-handed dribble drive into the paint. Ran into Rudy. Tapped it out somehow to Nas. Shot clock at 1. Dante gets it back. Fires. It's off the back iron. No. And they'll wave off the shot attempt. A 24-second shot clock violation.
Just absolute clinic how the OKC Thunder players defend one-on-one basketball. The way that Cason Wallace contains and has so handsy is almost literally just taking it out of their hands when he's guarding him one-on-one.
Banging away with Nikhil. SGA kick out to Caruso left wing. Gilgeous-Alexander gets it back. Caruso sets an illegal screen. Nikhil fights through it. Now SGA up fakes the 3, gets to the elbow, shoves off, sets up Caruso. Left side triple, and he buries it. Alex Caruso has knocked down a couple of threes. I'm surprised it's only 2. It feels like he's hit about 4 in this game.
Well, he's hit 2 here in the half. That's why it seems like it's so much.
I guess so. Here's Nikhil off the Ant screen. Up top, bounce pass to Ant on the run. Down the lane, a hang and a kick out. Dante to the angle. Nas up top, Nikhil straight away on the 3. Offline, first miss of the night. Rebound, pinballed around. Wolves have it. Fresh 14 to shoot. Inside Rudy, he's open. And he got stripped by Cason Wallace. Snuck around from the weak side, his blind side, and stole it from Rudy. Another turnover on the Wolves. They're 18th in the game. Lou Dort with it, with the Thunder up by 5. They're on a 5-0 run. The Wolves had hit 5 or gotten points on 5 straight possessions into that last timeout. SGA one-on-one against Nikhil. A pull-up 3. It's off rim. No, and Nas has the rebound. It wasn't a step back, so therefore SGA doesn't hit it. And now a whistle and a timeout for the Timberwolves with 2:12 left to go here in the third. 84-79. Wolves fans, this squad is built different, and you don't want to miss what's next. Bring it with a full half or quarter season membership for next season and be there for every can't-miss moment from Anthony Edwards. Seats won't last. Lock in yours now at Timberwolves.com/memberships. That's Timberwolves.com/memberships. Wolves got it tied up 79 apiece, but OKC a 5-0 run. We have 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Cason Wallace little putback on the 2-pointer in the painted area, and then the Caruso 3. That's the difference in the game right now. Minnesota's, they've done a good job of, even though it's been very frustrating here, they've still done a nice job of just keeping pace and not getting overly frustrated with the refereeing. So
we take care of the frustration for them. Let us worry about that.
We are apoplectic up here.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, They've given up 16 offensive rebounds. They've turned it over 18 times. Anthony Edwards has taken just 5 shots tonight. He's got 6 points. Julius Randle's taken 4 shots. He has just 5 points. And the Wolves are still only down by 5 here.
Yeah.
I know we keep saying this, but it's the story of the game right now. Meanwhile, Shea's got 25 and 7. J-Dub has 20 points. Chet's got 10. I mean, a lot of things have gone OKC's way, and the Wolves are right there here with 2:12 left to go in the third.
Shea's not drawn a foul here in the third quarter either. He's only shot 6 free throws in the game. And
there's 2:12 left. He can get 7 more in the next 2 minutes.
Well, they've only shot 11. Minnesota has shot 18 in the game. So Wolves 13 of 18 from the line. OKC 7 of 11.
Minnesota from right to left here. They've got Nikhil, Dante, Ant, Julius, and Nas on the floor together, and a travel. Dribble handoff, poorly executed, turnover number 19. OKC only has 16 points off those 19 turnovers. And a chance to add to that total here.
It's empty trips, though, for Minnesota.
SGA with it up top, drops it back out to Chet Holmgren, who works on Nas. Spins on him, Nas went down. That left Chet wide open to slam it through with the right hand. 7-0 OKC run, under 2 to go here in the third. It's 86-79. Nikhil up the center of the floor, directing traffic with his right hand, dribbling with his left, off the Ant screen, looking to attack, spins on Dort. Now drop step baseline, lays it in with a left hand. Niftily done by Nikhil, who's been the offensive option for the Wolves tonight.
He certainly has. Looked like Earl Monroe on that one, doing a spin move out there.
Here's SGA. Peel action from Holmgren as he fades out to the wing. Instead, SGA just pulls up and buries a right side 3. Nope, 17-footer. He was inside the arc. 88-81, back up by 7. Here's Ant with it up top against Caruso. Trying to cross him up. Bounce pass to Dante, right back to Ant. Good quick movement there. Ant to the rim, lays it in for 2. Just a quick hit to Dante, gives it right back, and that frees up Ant. Here's SGA in the lane. Oh, he lowers the shoulder! That's got to be an offensive foul, and it is!
Zach Zarba right there on the baseline makes the call.
I can't believe that call was made. I was ready. I mean, that has to be an offensive foul. There is no definition which does not create that as an offensive foul. And it was called. Third foul on Gilgeous-Alexander. Wolves get it back down 5. Nikhil with it up top to his left and Julius Randle. He'll bang away with Caruso. A handoff to Ant. Picked up by Caruso. 15 to shoot. Holding left side. They're trying to post up. Julius couldn't get it to him. Ant penetrates baseline, splits 2, and draws a foul. That'll be the third team foul against OKC. I do not believe it'll send Ant to the free throw line, or will it? Yeah, free throws coming up.
My brother Mike is driving back from Huntsville, Alabama, visiting our other brother down there in Huntsville, driving back, listening to us on iHeartRadio. My other brother-in-law, Devon Shaw, his wife Kari, driving back from Phoenix.
A lot of people out in the roadways today.
My buddy Mike Suditz up in Alaska listening to us on the iHeart app as well.
The iHeartRadio app, you can download it for free. You can listen to it from anywhere.
Yes.
Tell everybody. Appreciate them listening in.
Yeah.
88-84. Ant hit the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Second free throw for Edwards. That is good. He is into double figures with 10. The Wolves have 5 in double figures. The Thunder have 3. 88-85. OKC by 1 possession. J-Dub into the front court, hounded by Anthony Edwards. Here comes Cason Wallace, slips the screen. J-Dub still works against Ant. Now to the right side. Wallace catch and shoot 3. Way offline. Nothing but blue jerseys there for the rebound. 25 seconds to go in the third. Ant runs away from Caruso. Drives in, hangs and kicks out. Randle with it up top. Catch and shoot 3 on the way for the tie. It's off the back iron. No. The rebound secured by the Thunder. SGA with it. Gently walks it up the center of the floor. Shot clock is off. Wolves have a foul to give. Kenrich Williams sets the screen. Shea doesn't use it. Left of the lane. Leans in on the shot and banks it in for 2. He's got 27. And Ant three-quarter court shot's going to come up well short at the buzzer, 90-85. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails that the Timberwolves had going here in the third. 5-point game. We turn to home. 12 minutes to play on the Minnesota Timberwolves Radio Network.
Two bands, one night. Bachman-Turner Overdrive. The Marshall Tucker Band. Roll on down the Highway 2025 tour. Saturday, July 19th, live at the Treasure Island Amphitheater. With special guest Jefferson Starship. A night of vintage PTO. A night of classic Marshall Tucker Band. Tickets on sale now at TICasino.com.
As a business owner, do you have a game plan in place to stay focused on safety and preventing claims? Let our team help support your business. Federated Insurance offers a customizable lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you continue your winning streak. At Federated Mutual Insurance Company, it's our business to protect yours. Rated A+ Superior by AM Best Company.
Looking for a next level way to bring your crew together? A Minnesota Lynx game is the perfect spot for your group. Whether it's a work outing, youth team night, birthday bash, or celebration, groups get discounted tickets, block seating, and a shout out on the big screen, plus access to exclusive fan experiences like high-fiving the team, watching warm-ups, or even playing on the Lynx court. Don't just watch the action, be part of it. Lock in your group now at lynxbasketball.com/groups and make memories that last way past the final buzzer.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
The Timberwolves have had one other game this season. In all the games they've played this regular and postseason, that would be 95 games. Timberwolves have only had one other game this year where they've had at least 19 turnovers and gave up at least 16 offensive rebounds. It was at home against the Memphis Grizzlies, and it resulted in a 2-point loss. Tonight, through three quarters, they've given up 16 offensive rebounds and 19 turnovers, and committed 19 turnovers. I would say that's a deadly combination. The Wolves are playing with fire, but they're still within 5 as we make the turn for home.
Yeah, they won the third quarter. Minnesota, lost the second quarter by 1. Really, the difference in this game has been that same 7 points they've been chasing after period number 1. 37-30 after the first quarter, and they've been trying to chase that same 7, so they have not had that lead since it was 15-14. They had a chance to get back in that lead. Let's see if they can get on top here. Terrence Shannon on the floor for Minnesota to start the fourth quarter.
So he's getting some fourth quarter minutes. He'll start the fourth just like he started the second quarter. So Dante DiVincenzo and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, TJ Shannon, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid. Wolves will have possession to begin the fourth quarter. OKC did go 11-6 to finish the third after the game was tied at 79. Nickeil off to Naz, down the lane to the rim. Easy pickets. He stuffs it through for 2, and a rare mistake by the OKC defense.
Nickeil has Cason Wallace on him. Naz setting the screen for him, rolling into the open side of the floor. Great handle by Nickeil.
J-Dub with it off the Chet Holmgren screen. That got blown up a bit. J-Dub with it, attacks TJ Shannon in the lane to the corner, and Chet. Now the angle, and Cason Wallace looked like he shuffled the feet. He feeds it off to Kenrich Williams. Poked free by Dante. Wallace has it. 3 to shoot. Kenrich Williams, a left side 3, way offline. TJ Shannon had the rebound, collide with Chet Holmgren. It popped right into J-Dub's hands, and he lays it in for 2. Here's Nickeil with it up top. He'll drive down the lane. He'll run it up with the left hand. Difficult shot. It was an air ball. Julius Randle read it perfectly. He's got it under the bucket. Off to Shannon. Driving layup. No, but a whistle and a foul. And Randle will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. 2 shots coming up. I should say TJ Shannon at the line for 2. Randall's the one who fed it. Free throw is good. Second free throw for TJ. That's good. 92-89. The Wolves are within 3. Here's J-Dub with it on the right side off a Cason Wallace screen. Wallace sets up Holmgren. Catch and shoot right side triple is good. Chet Holmgren has knocked down a couple of threes here tonight. He's got 15 points in the game. 95-89, 10:38 left to play. Screen by Randall, drive by Nikhil. Got it caught on his hip, got it back. Still able to lay it up and in. Terrific finish by Nikhil. He's up to 18 points. He's hit 7 of 10 from the field. J-Dub up the center of the floor. It's a 4-point game. Williams with 22 points. He works on TJ Shannon quickly down the lane. Rushed up the shot. Not close, but he drew contact. And J-Dub will be at the free throw line for 2. First 2 free throw attempts of the game for the third-year forward out of Santa Clara. .18 to go. OKC 95, Minnesota 91. So J-Dub will attempt his first free throw of the night. First one is up and in. Thunder have been a good first quarter team, best in the league. Good second quarter team, best in the league. Third quarter team, best in the league. Fourth quarter team, 4th in the league. I'm sensing vulnerability.
Let's hope.
16th in offense in fourth quarters. But the number 1 defense.
Yeah, Ants to get a nice rest here too.
97-91 after the J-Dub free throws. He's got 24. He's been averaging 20 a game in this series. Dante with it up top. Nas sets the screen. That frees Dante up for the triple. He missed it long. Nas battles for the rebound. He's got it at the left elbow. He'll dribble out of trouble. TJ Shannon up top to Dante. Right side Nikhil. Catch and shoot. Contested 3. And he buries it under duress. 5th 3 of the night for Nikhil. He's got 21. Here's J-Dub. Works to the elbow. Stop and pop jumper. That is pure. He drove hard on Shannon. TJ went flying by. 99-94. 5-point game. Dante off to Nas up top, takes the dribble handoff, runs right into Cason Wallace. Here's TJ, back to the right side. Here's Nikhil, pump fakes the 3, sets himself, fires, missed it long. Rebound tapped across the paint to Kenrich Williams. J-Dub with it left side. He's got Nas Reed isolated. 12 on the shot clock. They'll settle for the left side pull-up 3. It's off the front rim. No. Chet bats the rebound out. And Cason Wallace and Nas Reed collide going for that rebound. And the foul will go against Nas Reed. Nas pops back up. He's got that football background. But Cason Wallace looks like he has a football background as well. He's a little slower getting to his feet, but he's up.
TJ gave Ant a little break here. A little 3-minute blow, and he's back into the game. Ant is with 9 minutes to go here, down 5.
So Ant back on the floor. He's assigned to J-Dub. SGA still on the bench. Holmgren got away with a travel in the lane. Dante picked his pocket. Dante controls, leads a 2-on-1 to Ant to his right. Driving layup, missed it. Dante offensive rebound, put back, yes!
He deserved that. He's the one that knocked the ball loose and got the steal.
99-96, it's a 3-point game. J-Dub off the Holmgren screen, attack to the right hand to the cup, missed it short, but Holmgren cleans it up, slamming home the miss. And Mark Dagnall turns to his bench, says, SGA, I need you. Nikhil to the right side, here's Dante against Chet Holmgren. Nas on the move, clears out. Now Dante attacks Holmgren into the paint, stops, kicks out Randall in the corner, catch and shoot 3 on the way, missed it long. Randall has his own rebound, put back, no, but he drew the foul. And Chet Holmgren picks that one up. Caruso thinks that should have been an offensive foul against Randall. Mark Dagnall looking back to his bench. No indication yet. And Dagnall is going to call for a timeout and a challenge. 8:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. OKC by 5, 101-96. We'll let you know the result of the challenge when we come back on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Yeah. Hey, look, a W is a W. And thanks to our FVP batteries in the lineup, we're playing up to our potential. I mean, you saw it out there today. What I'm loving about this FVP battery right now is the consistency. Day in.
Next question. At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
At US Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 US Bank.
Hey Wolves fans, it's Rosie from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, your home comfort MVPs since 1930. Just like the Timberwolves bring the heat on the court, we keep your home in perfect condition all year long. We're proud to sponsor the Timberwolves this season. Let's go Wolves! Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Call or visit standardheating.com since 1930.
Of Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. Thunder up 2-1. They are taking a long look at this last Julius Randle drive in which he collides with Chet Holmgren. It seems to me, Jim, that there's no real wind-up for Julius. This looks more like a
basketball play.
Yeah.
He does hit Chet in the face with an elbow. I mean,
he does.
His elbow does make contact with Chet's face, but there's no wind-up, and it's a basketball play. So the ball bounces off of Chet Holmgren and goes out of bounds. So I'm just not sure if Zach Zarba's going to tell us here in a second.
They have taken the headsets off. He and James Williams had them on. No headset for Bill Kennedy. Any game where Bill Kennedy doesn't get to work the replay, Mike, do you think he's jealous of that? He's very good at it and seems to enjoy it. Here we go.
After review, it's been deemed that Holmgren jumps legally vertically to contest this layup attempt. Therefore, the ruling on the floor is overturned. Due to the imminent possession and last touched basketball off of Holmgren's head, it's Minnesota basketball sideline out of bounds.
So you challenge it. It does take away free throws from Julius Randle. It gives Minnesota back possession, but I mean, technically you're getting points back. So in any event, it's going to be Minnesota's ball side out.
So each team has now used a challenge. Each team has been successful, and each team still has one left.
Yeah. So this is kind of a weird place to inbound a basketball, by the way, because it's down in the corner across from the Wolves bench. It's deep in that corner. It's not up by the hash mark where you normally take a side out.
Nikhil will trigger in. He's got Ant, Nas, Dante, and Julius. It comes to Randle right angle. There's 10 on the shot clock. They work it left side. Here's Ant one-on-one against Dort. Pulls up on that triple try. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Nas. He puts it back up and draws a foul. This should go against SGA. That'll be his fourth. He'd be the only player in the game with 4 fouls. Nope, Lou Dort's also got 4.
Minnesota's bench has really come to play here in this game. I mean, they got a 52-23 advantage in points, 15-27 for Minnesota.
Free throws good for Naz Reid. 101-97, 4-point game, 8:07 left to play. First trip to the free throw line tonight for Nas, and he calmly strokes a pair. It's back to a one-possession game with 8:07 left to go. 101-98. Cason Wallace brings it up. He's got Caruso, Gilgeous-Alexander, Dort, and Jalen Williams on the floor, so no big right now. No Hartenstein, no Holmgren, although Chet is going to the scorer's table. Here's J-Dub on a drive against Dante. Runs into two defenders, puts it underneath to Caruso. His reverse layup is blocked by Nas, but an obvious goaltend. It'll be a 5-point game with 7:51 left to play. This is very much still a game, but this crowd is just kind of waiting for something to happen. It's eerily quiet right now. Right to left across your radio. Nikhil feeds in on the run, splitting two defenders to the rim, and he lays it in for two. A dozen points now for Edwards. It's 103-100. Now the crowd comes to their feet. SGA hears the boos. He's guarded by McDaniels up top. Dort the screen. Now SGA against Nas. Jaden is helping out. SGA still with it. Gets to the free throw line. Shoves off. Creates space and hits the jumper. Not enough creation of space to warrant a whistle, but just enough for him to squeeze off the shot. He's got 31. And an illegal screen up top. Jaden set it. Dort went down. It'll be another Wolves turnover. Their 19th of the game. Make it their 20th. 20 turnovers. Timing was just off there. It went too soon. Jaden couldn't get there in time.
Jaden wasn't set yet. You're right. It went too soon. He's got to wait for the screen to be set, or Jaden needs to stop a little bit quicker and get his body set.
It always goes against the guy who sets it, but it's a two-man play. There's Chet up top. Straightaway three is good. Thunder have a little bit of separation here. 107-105. The scoreboard put it up as a 2. I thought that was a 3.
I thought it was a 3 as well. They've got 108 on the stat monitor. They have 107 on the scoreboard.
Chet. Holmgren. Yeah, it looked like his right foot was on the line, so it's going to be a 107-100 Thunder lead. Timeout, Minnesota. We step aside from Target Center. A crucial 7 minutes left to play on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Your Minnesota Lynx just fought their way to the finals. Now they're back, stronger and hungrier, and chasing ring number 5. Don't just watch it happen, be there for it. A flex plan lets you pick any 5 games and unlocks access to Minnesota's only home game against the Fever. Plus, you'll get awesome seats for each game in your plan and pre-sale access to playoff tickets. And with MVP Nafisa Collier leading the way, every game is a can't miss. Get your flex plan now at lynxbasketball.com/flex.
Hey Timberwolves fans, ready to score big with Wolves gear without breaking the bank? Let me introduce you to Sezzle and the Pay in 4 program. With Sezzle, you can split your payments into 4 easy, interest-free installments on all your Wolves purchases. From jerseys and hoodies to courtside seats, Sezzle has got you covered. Wherever you shop, however you rep the Wolves. Download the Sezzle app and get started today. Sezzle, the official jersey patch sponsor of the Timberwolves. Subject to approval, see terms and conditions at Sezzle.com.
All right, time for another duck-in of the Eastern Conference Finals, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com today. Let's go places. The New York Knicks on the board after last night's 106-100 victory at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. They erased another 20-point first-half deficit, rallying back in the fourth to make it a 2-1 best-of-7 series. Karl Anthony Towns led the surge in that final frame. 20 of his 24 points came in that fourth quarter. He was unconscious and spoke about being happy they got the victory and now have made this a series.
I'm just happy our team was able to get one in the left column. To get a win tonight is big for our team and in the series as well. Looking at a 2-0 deficit, possibly a 3-0 deficit. It was just important for us to find a way to win, and as a team, we found a way to do that tonight.
Yeah, they're back in the series, and now a pivotal Game 4 comes your way tomorrow night from Indy. Tip-off just after 7 o'clock. Much like this one you're tuned to right now, 2-2 is a whole lot different than 3-1. We've got 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Let's get you back to Jim Peterson and Alan Horton.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. 6:58 left to play. Is it 6:58 left to play in the Wolves season? If you fall behind 3-1 in a best-of-7 series, all time, those teams that go up 3-1 have a 283-13 record. They win 96% of the time. The 47 times it's happened in the conference finals, teams that go up 3-1 are 44-3. And the last time someone came back from a 3-1 series deficit that was not the NBA bubble in 2020, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers coming back on the Golden State Warriors 3-1 in the NBA Finals. So it's been 9 years since a team came back from down 3-1. So a crucial 7 minutes to play. And as you've mentioned, Jim, the Wolves lost the opening quarter by 7 points.
Yeah.
They've essentially been chasing those 7 points the rest of the game.
Exactly right.
They're down 107-100. Nikhil brings it up. He's got Dante, Ant, Jaden, and Rudy on the floor with him. Edwards running away from Dort, but he's going the wrong way in east-west. Around the Rudy screen, snakes his way into the paint, out to Nikhil. In the corner, fires the three. No, but a whistle and a foul. This will go against Minnesota. Ant gets called for an offensive foul. He kicked out to Nikhil, and I think he tripped up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who, man, went down awfully easily on that play. I mean, this guy just throws himself around all over the floor. When our NBA referee is going to wake up to the fact that he is selling contact that is marginal? I'm not claiming that that one was a flop, but he just sells everything that happens to him. Now he's posting up on Nikhil. Bumps, backs, up top. Chet, straightaway three, off iron, no. Offensive rebound. Wallace right back to Chet Holmgren. He attacks the rim and dunks it with 2 hands. Big swing here. The Wolves are now down by 9 with 6:15 left to play. 6-0 Oklahoma City run. Ant with it. Off the Rudy screen. Up top. He's popping on a 3 and hits his first of the night. He's 1 for 5 from distance. He makes it a 2-possession game with under 6 minutes left to play. Gilgeous-Alexander has 31 points. It's the 10th time in the last 13 games of the postseason he's scored 30 or more. He drives here. He gets flattened. No call. He missed the shot. Nikhil on the run. Back the other way. He drives. Lost it along the baseline. It's awarded to Minnesota. Some fans a little bit frustrated with the officiating. One guy just stood up and just double bird. Dante will trigger along the baseline. And circles through. They lob it out to Rudy on the perimeter. Now Nikhil with it with 5:40 left. Dante open right corner. Catch and shoot 3 on the way is good. Dante DiVincenzo 4 of 7 from long range. He's up to 18 points. 6-0 Minnesota. He drifts to the left side of the floor, sitting on 31 points. Caruso, illegal screen. Nikhil draws it. Caruso's fouling comes back to bite him there. That's his second. That's his 13th foul of the series. And the Wolves will get it back on the 6-0 run. A 3 would tie it. 5:15 and counting left to play as Ant brings it up the center of the floor. Lou Dort all over. Jaden sets a legal screen. Ant will pop for the tie. Left side, in and out, no. Rebound tapped around. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's got it for OKC. He jogs up the left wing, picked up by Nikhil. Starts to back him down for 15 feet out. Jaden's there for the help. SGA spins baseline. Rudy's also there. Now SGA fades on the 15-footer and hits it. Just a turnaround. Fall away, 33 for the MVP. Snaps the Wolves 6-0 run, puts OKC up 111-106. Crowd is reacting to the replay of SGA freeing himself from Nikhil with an elbow that caught Nikhil in the face. Rudy the roll down the lane out to McDaniels in the corner. The 3-ball splashes home. 111-109, it's a 2-point game. The Wolves 3-point shooting, keeping them in this thing. They've got 16 triples now. SGA with it up top off the Holmgren screen. Back to Chet, left side. He puts on the deck, runs into Jaden, lost the ball, got it back underneath Caruso. Reverse layup, good. A back-breaking layup for Alex Caruso, who's into double figures with 10 points. 113-109 with just over 4 minutes left to play. Ant drifts left, runs away from Caruso. Now to the corner, Nikhil. Up fakes the triple. He'll drive baseline, runs into Dort, gets his shot blocked. SGA comes away with a loose ball. Up into the front court, to the three-point line. Running away from McDaniels. 3:45 left to play. OKC by 4. They give SGA some space, but now Rudy is on. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Right-handed dribble stop at the free throw line. Now attacks again. Does the splits. Nearly traveled. Still able to kick it out. J-Dub buries a left angle three. A back-breaking triple by Jalen Williams, who's now got 29. After SGA did the splits in the lane, was falling down, still somehow got that ball out to Jalen Williams.
And Nikhil got fouled here on the offensive possession for Minnesota. I thought he got fouled as he tried to shoot the shot. But you're right. I mean, does Shai travel here? I mean, he's doing the splits like you're talking about. He kind of kept that left.
He did a pretty good job.
Planted.
I mean, it moves a little bit, but
it's pretty good. I think it's a good non-call right there. You got to give OKC a lot of credit. They've been making a lot of shots here, as Minnesota too. It's been an incredible flurry here towards the end.
3:32 left to play in the game. The Thunder now lead by 7. 116 to 109.
The three-point shooting has been sublime here for both teams.
I mean,
15
Jalen Williams,
36,
5
unbelievable.
of 8 from beyond the arc. They have 15 made threes. The Wolves have 16 made threes. And has 15 points, taking him 12 shots to get there. He's just 1 of 6 from distance. Wolves had it to within 2 at 111 to 109, but it's been a 5-0 OKC run. That 2-point lead for OKC was as close as the Wolves have gotten it since it was tied at 79 apiece with 4 minutes to go in the third. Boy, every time the Wolves get close, OKC comes up with a big-time bucket to push the lead back up. Out of the timeout, here's Ant with it up top. Drifts off the Rudy screen to his left, works against Dort, left-handed dribble, lost in the lane, right to Caruso. It's turnover number 22 on the Timberwolves tonight. SGA against Nikhil. At the elbow, pump fakes. Now out to Dort. Chet in the corner, spins away from McDaniels. Cross court to Caruso. Inside Shai. His jumper over Rudy is no good. Rebound tapped around. That's got to be a loose fall foul on Chet. And it is. 3:01 left to play in the game. The Wolves down by 7. They'll have possession. Wolves want to inbound quickly because Chet was saying they should review it, but to no avail. Here's Ant across the timeline. Now off to Nikhil, right back to Ant. 2:50 left to go. Off to McDaniel's screen, back to Jaden, up top. He'll take a run down the lane, up off glass, got it for 2.
Good screen by Rudy that time, kind of a highway screen for Jaden to get right to the rim.
116 to 111. The Wolves trail by 5. Here's Shai with it up top. One-on-one against his cousin to the right elbow. Stops, crosses over, rises up. That shot blocked. Oh! A whistle and a foul! Bill Kennedy made the call. Actually, James Williams also blew the whistle. Oh, boy, that looked clean. You can't play that any better.
Is it a high five?
He got him on the forearm. Replay, he doesn't get ball. He gets...
Is it a high five, though?
I don't know. I thought it was beneath the hand. I think he got him on the wrist and arm.
Minnesota's not going to challenge.
No, because I think they see it was beneath the hand. Free throw is good for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, I thought initially Nikhil got that cleanly.
Both teams with 3 team fouls.
It was Nikhil who held Shai back in that play-in game. 20-23 to 2 of 14 shooting, but Shai has had the edge ever since. Of course, he's had the edge against almost everybody in the league. Here's Ant on the run down the lane, runs into Caruso, so kicks out to Dante. Corner 3 is up and in. 118, 114, 2:14 left to play. Jalen Williams will bring it up. Dante's all over him. Into the front court. 16 on the shot clock. J-Dub, left-handed dribble here, rejects the screen, drives left lane, pulls up for a tough 2 and drops it in. 31 for Jalen Williams. Shai J-Dub has put on a clinic tonight. He's hit 12 of 23 shots. Here's Ant with it on the logo up top, dancing off the James screen. Back to McDaniels at the elbow. He'll kick out Nikhil. Corner three on the way. In and out, no. Dante the rebound. He'll chuck it out to Jaden up top, who moves it left side. Nikhil a baseline drive. Layup is good. And how's there not an and one there? 120 to 116. Bulls continue to fight. There's 90 seconds left. They're running out of time. They need a stop. SGA with it up top against Nikhil. He waves everybody out of the way. Now left side. He sets up J-Dub for a three, who buries it. His 6th three of the night. He's got 34 points. 123-116. The Wolves are down by 7. They must hunt threes. Jaden takes a run inside the arc to the rim. Thunder are happy to give up 2s. Wolves trail by 5. 1:10 left to play.
There's still enough possessions left here for Minnesota to get this thing leveled up.
They got to get stops starting right now. The season is on the line. 60 seconds left to play. Gilgeous-Alexander against Alexander Walker. Stops at the elbow, fades on the jumper. He missed it. The rebound into the corner. Dante's got it with 48 seconds left. Now Ant crosses midcourt. Caruso's on him. He shields off, bounces it off to McDaniels. Jaden on the attack, spins on Holmgren. Goes up for the shot. It got blocked. Holmgren with the rejection. OKC controls. SGA in the front court gets fouled with 35.3 seconds left. What a block by Holmgren at a key moment. 123-118, the Thunder by 5. Timberwolves had a foul to give there, so it's sideline out of bounds. Bill Kennedy will separate some guys. Wolves need to force a turnover in a big way here. 35.3 seconds left. They don't get the turnover, they got a foul. They trail by 2 possessions. Inbound, Shea wide open. He gets fouled. No, he lost the ball! There's no call. Ant's got it up the center of the floor. His stops. He pops straight away 3. Off front rim, no. Rebound, Nikhil's got it. To the corner, McDaniels. 3 ball all the way. He nailed it! 123, 121. There's 23.1 seconds left. Timberwolves have to foul or get a turnover. Shea's still with it. And now Nikhil tries to knock it away, and he fouls Shea. So 14.5 seconds left. It's 123, 121. And Gilgeous-Alexander will go to the free throw line, where he's 7 of 8 tonight. He's 85% in the series. He's 85% in the postseason this year, and 84% in his career in the playoffs. 123-121. OKC up by 2 with 14.5 seconds left. Free throw is good. Timberwolves still have 2 timeouts remaining, so do the Thunder. Thunder have a foul to give. Julius Randle in, Dante DiVincenzo out. So with 2 timeouts remaining, the Wolves would probably use one here. Second free throw is good. It's a 2-possession lead with 14.5 seconds left. Timeout, Chris Finch. I know you don't have to have a 3 here, Jim, but I hunt the 3.
You got to hunt the 3 because if you got to get into the foul game, they're going to make 2 free throws. You got to at least give yourself a chance to make a 3 at the end. So
the ball's going to be in Shea's hands. He's going to get fouled. He's automatic at the line. You've got to get a 3 here.
You got to try to get a steal too. So to whatever degree, Degnault, if Minnesota is able to score here, will probably call timeout 2. The last thing you want to do when you're in this situation is try to inbound the ball on the baseline, where a steal could happen and a quick score could happen as well. So if Minnesota is able to score, I'm sure they'll call timeout. And Minnesota will need to try to get a steal before they foul. In any event, Minnesota still has 1 timeout left. OKC has 2. So you can still play the foul game. This has to be a quick hitter, though.
Yep. Wolves have put up 36 points here in the 4th quarter, but the Thunder have scored 35. And speaking of stops, which the Wolves just have not been able to get consistently, OKC has scored on 16 of their last 23 possessions.
Yeah, the shot making has been just incredible for both teams.
But SGA, J-Dub, and let's throw Chet in there too. 60, 80, 92 points combined between those three players. 37 for the MVP with 8 rebounds and 10 assists. 34 for J-Dub. 21 for Chet.
They've had 14 more shot attempts than Minnesota. Wow, as well. Minnesota shot more free throws.
19 offensive rebounds. The Wolves have 22 turnovers. Here we go. Nikhil will trigger in. Down by 4. They go to Dante in the corner. He'll take a run inside the arc, right to the rim. Goes for the quick 2, didn't get it. Rudy with an offensive rebound. Putback is good. 9.9 seconds left. There's the timeout you called for. Mark Daigneault will use it and be able to inbound the ball in the front court. It's a 2-point game with 9.9 left. I would have loved something off an inbound that goes inside and then a kick out. I always just feel like defenses are naturally just suck in enough, and plus you got your shooter lined up for a catch and shoot, even though it might be contested. Of course, OKC with 9.9 seconds left, all they want to do is inbound the ball securely and then get fouled.
In these situations, I'm always kind of up for tigering the basketball, getting somebody up on the inbounder and cut down their vision, and also their options in terms of passing lanes, to the degree that you can get somebody like Rudy Gobert to cut down on the vision of the inbounder. But then I also like using the inbounder as the guy that's also going to stop and double team Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. .9
seconds left, 125, 123. And the Thunder will inbound in the front court. Caruso will do it. He's got Holmgren, he's got J-Dub, Dort, and SGA to choose from.
Do not let Shai catch it.
The Wolves will not put pressure on the inbounder. Jaden is playing off. J-Dub goes into the backcourt. Here comes SGA, ants all over him, and a timeout is called.
Good action by Minnesota that time to cover. They did not let anybody get open. They actually denied J-Dub as he popped towards the timeline. SGA tried to delay to come to the basketball and stopped his catch. Jaden was kind of playing center field, right? So he was not tigering the basketball. He was playing center field, trying to double, not letting anybody catch it. So that's the free defender, right? That's the choice you make in these out-of-bounds situations, these high-leverage out-of-bounds situations, is do you put pressure on the inbounder or do you play center field?
It worked pretty well there.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the whole idea is to make somebody else other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make free throws here when you foul.
It's 125, 123, Thunder by 2. The Wolves are on a 7-2 run here after OKC had a 7-point lead with 1:11 left. The Wolves have never been able to get over the hump. They got it tied late in the third. They climbed to within 2. Midway through the fourth. Now they're back to within 2, but they don't have possession. Now OKC is without timeouts. Again, Caruso will inbound far side at the hash mark.
So still the same small lineup, switching lineup on the floor for Minnesota.
TJ Shannon out there with Nikhil and Dante and Jaden. Zach Zarba will hand the ball to Alex Caruso, and here we go. Trying to get it to Shai, he does, and he's fouled by TJ Shannon, 8.8 seconds left.
See, that's the real sign of a really savvy point guard. Their ability to get open in pressure situations, it's such a huge factor. Coach Finch is going to get Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle into the game for rebounding purposes here.
Because the Wolves still do have a timeout left. Here's the first free throw. He's got it. SGA knocks it down. 10 of 11 at the free throw line tonight. Randle and Gobert both in. Dante and TJ will sit. For the second straight trip to the free throw line, SGA with a big second one. He can make it a 2-possession lead. He lets it fly. Missed it! Randle has the rebound timeout. 8.4 seconds left. It popped out for SGA. Wolves will be able to inbound to the front court. With 8.4 seconds left, they trail by 3, 126-123.
Boy, if Minnesota were able to pop off and knock down a 3 here to give them life, OKC does not have another timeout. So Minnesota, whatever they do, OKC will not be able to call timeout, advance the basketball should they make a shot or not.
8.4 seconds left, so the Wolves do have some options as far as it doesn't have to be a quick catch and shoot. There can be a pass or two, dribble or two. Not easy to create a 3 when the other team knows you're going to shoot it, and so OKC has a foul to give.
Yeah, they got a foul to give, so you got to have 2 plays here. You got to have 2 plays that you draw up. They're going to give the foul. They're also probably not going to defend inside the arc very much. I mean, like, obviously they don't want to give up a quick 2, but with no timeouts for Minnesota, and they have got a foul to give, you know they're going to give it right away. And, you know, these are always sticky situations because with 8.4 with a foul to give, you foul somebody in a shooting motion, you better be pretty sure of yourself. And one thing you know about Daigneault, they've drilled this, so these guys know what they're doing.
In the regular season, the Wolves went 2 for 18 in the last 10 seconds of a fourth quarter overtime on game-tying or go-ahead shots, including missing their final 14 of the regular season. Dante will trigger in. He gets it in on the lob to Nas. His back is to the basket, and Dort immediately fouls him. There's 7.8 seconds left, and the Wolves will inbound again.
So Nas came to the basketball that time from Dante, who was inbounding, throws it, and then the quick handoff. They fouled Nas right away. Dante came for the handoff. Do they have another action here to go to?
7.8 seconds left. Wolves trail by 3. Dante triggers in once again. They get it to Nas, and a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, they're going to put him on the free throw. They're going to put him on the free throw line. They're not going to let him get a chance to shoot a 3.
Dort just fouled out of the game. But he and the Thunder are not concerned about that. They'll send Nas to the free throw line with 7.2 seconds left, and the Wolves trailing by 3. He obviously has to make the first, and then do you think about missing the second intentionally, or is there too much time left?
If you're going to do that, you'd put Rudy Gobert back into the game. I'm thinking they're going to make this and try to get a steal here or foul quickly.
Well, Rudy is headed to the scores table, and Nas does hit the free throw. It's 126-124.
So now, I mean, I don't know if you communicate this. I know they have calls for this situation, and you better have studied what you want to do, which side you want to miss on, because it matters on the single side or the double side.
Gobert is on the single side with Hartenstein. Randall is on the double side with SGA and Jalen Williams. Nas has another free throw here. OKC leads 126-124. 7.2 seconds left. Second free throw for Nas. He strokes it, and it's a 1-point game. 126-125. Off the inbound, they get it to Shea, and he is fouled with 6.1 seconds left. Now, even if he hits 2, the Wolves will have a shot with 6.1 left. Now, the Wolves nor the Thunder have any timeouts remaining. Nobody's got a foul to give. There are no timeouts remaining. And each team really goes to the end of this game without a challenge because they don't have a timeout to initiate the challenge.
I can't tell you how many times when I was coaching with the Minnesota Lynx, how many times I would tell Cheryl Reeve, we need to work on this exact situation. No timeouts, down 3 or 2. What do we do?
Free throw is good for Shea. It's 127-125.
What do you do at 6.1? You don't have a timeout. You can't advance. You've got to long pass it. In order to score in this situation, you've got to long pass past center court. And you've got to have an action and have practiced this.
Rudy comes out. Ant's in there with Nikhil, Dante, Julius, and Nas. 127-125. Thunder by 2. Shea with another free throw. He's got 39 points in this game. He's now got 40. No timeouts remaining. The Wolves trail by 3. Dante steps across the baseline, gets it into Ant. He's got a long way to go, and Ant is fouled with 3.5 seconds left.
I mean, this is a situation where you needed to get a broken floor situation and not get anybody in there where they can foul him like this and take away the option of a 3-point shot.
So Ant will go to the free throw line. 2 shots coming up with 3.5 seconds left. Now I think with
Now you
this
gotta
little
miss.
timeout left, Ant's got to hit the first and miss the second. Free throw is good. 128, 126. Here comes Rudy. Here comes Jaden. So you've got Nas and Rudy on the blocks. You've got Jaden and Julius on the wings. Remember, Ant can't leave the free throw line until the ball hits the rim.
We got too many people on the floor. Yeah, Nas
now comes out. Dante stays on the floor. They want his three-point shooting. They put Randall down low on the single side. Jay Will is into the game. The other Jalen Williams. Here we go. 3.5 seconds left. The Wolves down 2. Ant hits it off the rim. It's loose on the floor. It's scooped up by Shea. He chucks it in the front court and out of bounds with a tenth of a second left. And might they put a little bit more time perhaps on this clock? He was flat on his back. That rebound hit the floor. Tremendous boxing out by OKC. I mean, everybody was almost back to the free throw line.
They're saying somebody tipped it here. Does Dante tip it or Rudy? Rudy tips it as SGA throws it down the floor. So
it kind of goes out of bounds with way more than a tenth of a second left.
But Rudy might have touched the basketball. Oh. Yeah, it does. There's like 6/10 on there.
Yeah, but
so
they can't
review it.
Look at this.
Yeah.
So they're huddled up, and they have not made a decision yet.
They're going to give it to Minnesota. Looks like
it is Minnesota basketball. And yet I guess they can't look and see if there should be some more time back on the clock. That's what the Wolves are saying right now. And I think Zach Zarba is telling them I can't look at it. Boy, 1/10 of a second left. Well, what the Wolves have to do, there's no offensive basket interference. They've got to lob it to the rim. You almost have to make the shot from out of bounds and have someone there just to get a touch on it. Now Zach Zarba is going to come over to the scorer's table. Ant is over there, Chris Finch as well. They put 0.2 of a second more on there, so 0.3.
So now you can catch and shoot.
Even 0.3. It's got to be almost to the rim. And Rudy's standing right under the rim, and he's battling with Hartenstein for position. Here's Julius to trigger in. He lobs it, and it's caught by J-Dub, and the ball game is over. 128-126, the Thunder have defeated the Timberwolves. We were waiting for our first close game of the series. We got it, but the Thunder come away with a crucial 128-126 victory. In Game 4, they now lead the Timberwolves 3-1, and in NBA history in a 7-game series, teams that are up 3-1 are 283-13, a 95.6 win percentage when up 3-1. 40 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets to the free throw line 14 times tonight. 12 of 14 at the line, 34 for J-Dub, 21 for Chet Holmgren. Timberwolves fall by 2, 128-126. Stay tuned. Our postgame gets underway next all across the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network.
As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management service to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information today. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Rated A+, superior by AM Best Company.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and